Yo, I think we're live. I think we are live right now. Hello, everyone. Wow, this chat is crazy already. There's so many of us in here today. There's too many of you. We got Stu, Oliver, the Rose Amy Heinen channel, King OK, John Middleton, what's going on? William, how you doing, buddy? Gillian111 at the same time. How does my camera look for you guys? Does it look smooth enough? Because I'm looking at it here and it kind of looks jumpy, but is it good for you all? We got Midrin in the chat. David M, how you doing, pal? Can't wait for Dex to come out. Been checking Penguin Daily. Oh, David, Dex is going to be a while yet. It's not going to be in the next few days. It's going to be probably at least like 2 months yet. So no need to check every day, and you'll see here when we launch it. But how's everyone's weekends going? And happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. It was my second Father's Day this weekend, so I woke up to a child climbing all over me, my 1-year-old, and I woke up to Midge, who's a cinematographer, says, bit overexposed on my monitor. Okay, well, doesn't look too, well, yeah, I suppose it does look a little bit overexposed. Let me try and figure this out. Is this an improvement? Is that better? Is this a little bit better? Let's go for that. By the way, hopefully next week, camera looks a little laggy, says Stu. Homunculus Khalid. That's a great name. What's going on, guys? Alright, I hope the exposure is down a little bit better now. He says, sup. What's up, guys? Yeah, so I woke up. I have eaten my body weight in food today. I had chocolate croissants or pain au chocolat for breakfast, followed by an entire box of Ferrero Rochers for lunch, and I just topped it off with half a pizza from Domino's and maybe a roast dinner later on. So I'm having the best Father's Day ever. The frame rate is a bit janky, isn't it? I'm seeing that too. Slightly annoying. I need to figure out a fix for it without missing the stream, because last week I used my phone but I have half battery, so let me see. Oh, Drew, wow, already. Okay, so last week we raised over £50 on the stream, which is like over $65 already. Drew, none, thank you so much for giving me that. Is it called a tip or a super chat? $5 already. Blimey, man, thank you all so much. I never expect any of you to tip me, but it always means the world, and it always helps this channel out so much. Wow, thank you guys. And there's so many people in the chat. We got M. Sanchez, Funny Shorts. Funny Shorts actually says, last time you said we will discuss your question next time. Okay, what is the question? Magic Deck, Peotac. Let's go, Dave Christmas. Dave, we're not hitting 20. We're not hitting 50 by next week, I don't think. So Funny Short says, my question was, I want to know some virtual prediction routines which can fit with Colin McLeod Face Aid. Right now, I'm not 100% sure what Colin McLeod's Face Aid or Face Aid is. Facade. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I'm not 100% sure what that is. If you can type in briefly what the routine is, then I will help you. Maybe we'll all come up with a virtual prediction right there. We got Janum says, hey there. Happy Father's Day back to you, man. Frank Dayman. Kyle Leon. The Glubik's going to play the Age of Empire 3 with a mate soon, but nice to hear you had a good day. Thanks, too. We've got Matt Magic, Josh Shows. What's up, everybody? Yes, this is a good weekend. It's a very good weekend. But yes, Father's Day, and this is how much I love you guys. It's Father's Day, and I'm spending a part of it with all of you because, Seto Silva, Maxim is almost here. I'm gonna say though, it's not gonna be out on the 20th, which we were roughly aiming for. We did say we're roughly aiming for it, but I'll tell you all about that too. But yeah, it's Father's Day. I don't have a dad, never had a dad. And I know that some of you guys out there don't too, or have lost your dads. I thought it was really important today to spend some of it with you doing this Sunday service because, you know, it can be tough. So I've spent the majority of the day with my son. Well, I spent like 3 hours napping, but I do want to come on here and at least spend like an hour with you this Sunday instead of doing it like a pre-recorded thing. I want to spend it with you guys and just chat, have fun. I've said EDC magic because I feel like talking about everyday carry magic, but really, as always, this is going to be led by you. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk about. If we've got Funny Shorts typing up his question about the routine here, then we'll go into that. But if not, I will just chat to you about some interesting things and maybe sort of theme it around everyday carry magic. Does that sound good? Or if not, and you have any questions about anything, any effects or whatever, then let me know and we'll cover it. But Drew Nundum1 says, hi Lloyd, happy Father's Day. Loved your dollar routine. It's something I'll be able to do. Oh wow, thank you. Yeah, I think considering there's the routines is actually fairly slight. There's not many slides to it, including the switch, because the switch is just putting the dollar bill in your pocket. Because the way it's routined, you're not going to do a switch. You'll jokingly put the dollar in your pocket and you come back to it when the time's right. And I want to talk to you guys about something. 90-day finance. Hashtag Lloyd's heads. Hashtag Lux heads. But yeah, I want to talk to you guys about an additional thing which I didn't teach in the video, which I held back for today, which you can do with the pencil through dollar bill routine to make it into a mentalism routine that's really, really crazy. I wonder if any of you can guess what it is, but I'll get into it in a moment. I'll just answer some questions. And Dea Sharma says, please suggest some EDC pocket mentalism, which is kind of perfect for what I'm going to say that goes with the pencil through bill effect from yesterday. And I will tell you, guys, about an idea I've had, which is completely in the beta phase for a pocket mentalism routine. So I figure I'll share that with you since Dea Sharma is asking. Dave Christmas said, did you see I combine Quantum and Lux together? I haven't seen that, Dave Christmas, but I have seen people talk about doing it with Lux, but I'd love to see how you've done it. Gabriel Pereira says, Lloyd, your card replacement change in PDF file, I downloaded it and wanted to ask, would you make a video tutorial on it? My card replacement change in the PDF file. Do you mean from the PDF called Rebel, where you replace the top card like this, the Cpr replacement? So we talked about that last weekend, but I can go into detail on it later on for you, if that's what you're referring to. All right, so I'm going to start answering some questions and some pocket mentalism for Dea Sharma. So I'll tell you guys one thing now, straight up, about which I think is an interesting, because it combines something from yesterday's Saturday video, which I did it by a surprise. I wanted to say thank you, and I wanted to just put up a Saturday video. So the video yesterday was the pencil through dollar bill, right? So you guys can remember it, if I can remember it. You borrow a dollar bill, you borrow a pencil. I'll see if I can do this now. And I know this doesn't seem like mentalism day right now, but it goes into a mentalism thing in a moment, right? You borrow a dollar bill, put the pencil through, square it up so everyone can see, and then immediately it jumps out. You can show, no holes. And then you do it one more time, like this, feed it through so everyone can see it's actually going through the center there. You give everyone a good look, and then you just say, watch as it melts through. 1, 2, 3, and it fully melts all the way through, right? And everything can be examined. And at this point you say, you've been such a good sport, or whatever you want to say, I'm going to let you keep the pencil. and you pretend to keep the bill or whatever. But then you hand the bill back because you start with a borrowed bill, okay? What's cool that you can do with this, especially if you do it, mainly if you do it the borrowed way, only if you do the borrowed way, is obviously this is a switched bill, right? And the way it's routined in the video, I explain it all in the video, go and watch it. It makes perfect sense. But because you're going to switch the bill, but in such a way that there's no correlation to the explanation of the routine, that rhymed, When you switch the bill, you may as well get ahead of yourself. So what you can do is write down the serial number of the bill that you're going to switch on anything. And one of the things you can do is you could say to someone, I'm going to trade you, can I borrow a dollar bill, but I'll trade you this IOU. So you write IOU on a piece of paper, but you fold it up, and on the inside of that IOU, you write down the serial number of the switched bill. Okay, so before you come out. So you come up unprepared, and apart from the IOU and the bill with the serial number, but to them you're unprepared, right? So you say, hey, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Can I borrow a bill and a pencil or a straw? It doesn't matter. You can borrow any slimline object. It could be a toothpick if it's long enough, or it could be a chopstick, straw, take an umbrella, whatever, cocktail stick, a long spoon from an ice cream thing. You do the pencil through bill effect, right? Now you hand the object back, like the pencil, and you do the bill switch at the end. But of course, as we know, the bill switch goes. Eventually then you hand them back the bill, but this is now the switched bill. The crazy thing is, people will forget the IOU because it's like a joking moment, right? And what you can do is two different things. Well, the same thing, but you can do it in different ways. You can either immediately say, pass me the IOU, but you know what, before you do, have a look at what I wrote on the inside. But that could kind of lead people down that path of thinking that maybe you swapped it. So you can leave the IOU on that person and then do some other effects and just create some time misdirection. Then later on, you can say to them, hey, by the way, do you have that dollar bill, your dollar bill from earlier? Do you have a dollar bill? Especially if you perform a bit, you'll know that people join into groups. They come in and out of groups, right? So you can sort of do a bit of dual reality, or not dual reality, but kind of like a dual reality thing where if more people have joined, you can go back to that person and say, hey, can I borrow a dollar bill from you? And they'll instinctively go straight back for the same one, but to the new people, it'll seem like you've never even touched it. Even though there's enough disconnect here to completely break the fact that you have switched it. Either way, and then you can say, earlier on, I gave you a prediction. That's your dollar bill, blah, blah, blah. Then you can just reveal that the serial number matches. And super easy, present it however you want. You can leave it with them for as long as you want. You could say to them, you could get them to sign their bill after you do the effect and keep hold of it. Reframe it in their mind by saying, now listen, I borrowed this bill, this is your bill, and you've signed it. This is not my bill, I haven't swapped it, right? You can get them to agree to it, so then they think they've just took a bill out their wallet and signed it. Then you can show them your prediction matches. Anything you want to do, it's just the very fact that if you are going to do an effect where there's a bill switch in play at some point, you may as well get ahead of yourself and write down the prediction somewhere on something that's going to reveal it later on down the line. So an IOU makes sense for the routine. Hey, can I borrow a dollar bill? You know what? Here's an IOU. Keep hold of that till later on, and then you can go to the routine. But I think that's a really interesting ploy, and I think lag is getting worse. Okay, I can see these comments coming in. But yeah, so if you, I think it's my Mac. I'm on the iOS 16 beta, so I'll try and I'll try and update this. But that's essentially the idea. I'll try and get my phone up and running on here now. Let me try this. So I'll try to swap over. Maybe this will fix the lag. Kind of. Yeah, I don't know how the lag started getting worse when the routine started going. I'll just try to switch up. Let's see if this fixes it. Does that work? Is that lag improved? If not, I will try my phone, because we had to do that last week. So I'll do video input. Just bear with me for a second, please, my guys. We'll use my iPhone camera. Hopefully this works a little bit. How does this look? Can you all see this a lot better? Okay, I've got to try to find a way to put this up. Maybe I'll just hold it for a moment. Is this better? It's kind of crazy. Wait, tell me in the chat what's better, the phone or just whatever I did to fix the lag up. I don't know how long I can keep this phone here. Your original video is better. Okay, alright, okay. So, MacBook camera, get rid of this. Oh, it's hard work doing all this streaming. Okay, so apparently my computer tried to put my camera into, my MacBook camera into portrait mode, and I think that's what was making it lag. Crazy, the phone, oh, the phone works better? It was better before. Helen Clemente, hello, Pastor Barnes. The phone is like 2 frames per second, okay. Let me see if I can figure what is going on here. My friend tried to sort out my streaming stuff to make it stream slightly better, but I'm not sure if it's going on. Is this improved now? Okay, let's give it a second then. Still lagging. Whilst we're doing that, whilst this is setting up, did anyone hear that routine? At least it was a mentalism thing, so the visuals didn't matter this time. Jainam Parek says, which wallet do I carry every day and what effects do I pack in it? Well, I don't carry a wallet anymore. And if I did, it would be the Nexus wallet. But I don't carry a wallet anymore. Everywhere in my area does contactless payments, and I try to travel as light as possible. So I've replaced my wallet with my DeX, which is helpful for me, not helpful for you guys yet. But yeah, so I don't carry a wallet, but if I did, it would be the Nexus wallet. Let me see, how is the... Nothing looks good. Audio is fine, let's just treat it as a pun. Oh, John Middleton. Yo, mate, John Middleton, thank you very much. He says, get yourself some Alka-Seltzer after Father's Day food. And he's donated £5. Bloody hell. Thank you so much, John. I will actually go ahead and do that. I will get me some Alka-Seltzer because I've eaten my whole body weight in calories right now. There's like pizza, tomato sauce in there. There's cheese, too much coffee, a box of Ferrero Rochers, and a chocolate croissant, and maybe even gravy coming later on, which I don't know. I'm going to do a hard session in the gym tomorrow. Okay. Drew says, I really like your mentalism addition to the dollar bill routine. David P says, the reaction to a bill number reveal are way bigger than I ever thought, so definitely worth doing. Yeah. People react to serial numbers on bills so much bigger than I even imagined too. So it's really nice to add that in there with the pencil through bill effect, but by giving it some time misdirection to really let it breathe. The best... to restart my... Eddie says my video would be better if I restarted my browser. I don't know if that was... If I can do that while I'm live streaming. I wonder if there's another fix for this. I need some tech guys to help me out. Everything About Everything asks, which apps do I use the most? So I use Maxim, obviously, especially at the moment, beta testing it. But I use Maxim as much as I can. I use Digital Force Bag a hell of a lot. DFB is such a powerful app. And I use Cognito all the time. I just throw Cognito in whenever I can. But as you guys probably know, then I like to use Cognito in like a pre-show type way, where I'll just have someone think of a card and go through the photos, and then I'll just know it for later on in a routine. If I'm using OBS, adjust my delay, says Matthew Brayman. I am using OBS. I will try to adjust my delay right now. I don't know how to do that, but I'm going to try it right now. Can someone talk me through it and I'll try it? Stream, output. Audio's good, right? It says on my output's 8,000 kilobytes per second. Does that mean anything? Could I change that? Encoder, very fast, ultra fast. Enable advanced encoder settings. Seto Silva says, hire me. I'll get you streaming in 8K. Set my camera to a lower resolution. Okay, all right, let me try that. It's all black, it's all grayed out. Video output is currently active. Please turn off any outputs to change the video settings. All right, I'm gonna change my video setting real quick. Can you hold with me for like 20 seconds as I do this? I'm gonna press, maybe if I press stop stream in OBS, will that keep this stream going? It's a risk. Should we do it? Should we try to do it to try and get the stream looking better? Let me know if I should do that, because this lag is crazy. This like laggy video is horrible. It's crazy. Okay, I'll give you guys like 30 seconds. It says if I updated OBS recently. I think so. I don't know. Gabriel Pereira, I can see your question. I'll talk about it in the live stream instead of doing an entire video on it. Okay, guys, Stu Batman says, worth trying, do it. Dave Christmas says, do it. I'm gonna try it right now. Please, everyone, don't log off the stream. Stay right there. Pray for me. We're in church service right now. I need all your prayers. Let's just do it. Okay, I'll be back in. I hope this works. I hope this works. Please work, please work, please work. Okay, hopefully this works. Are we in? Are we on? Are we back? Are we back and better? Is it working? Wait. It looks like we did it. This is really smooth. Oh, yes. Okay, wait. If it's smooth, then like card springs should look smooth and stuff. Does that look good? Oh, all right. This is the best day ever. Yes. Okay, I know exactly what happened. This is the best. Look at the comments going. I know what went wrong. So my computer was like trying to take off during all of this. It was like, praise the Lord. I met my friend Ben. I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but he tried to optimize my settings. He set my camera rate at 60 frames per second. As soon as I changed it to 30 frames per second, immediately it improved. It improved the video stream. So Ben was trying to help, and in this instance, it didn't work too well. But now we know. Now we know. Take these lessons with us. All right. Now I'm ready. Now we're back in action. Let's just start smashing out some of these questions. I went through the bill with the serial number reveal. How did you all feel with that? Was that good enough? Did you understand it? Did the video mess it up? Do you need me to cover any more? If not, I'll move on. So just let me know real quick. The stream's current bitrate is higher than the recommended bitrate. I don't really know what bitrate stuff means, so I'm gonna just keep it at that. That's what the little warning sign says to me. So yes, let's move on. There was questions about apps, questions about EDC carry. So I can talk about apps for a moment. This is my decaf coffee because it's 5:30 in the afternoon. The apps. Somebody asked what apps do I currently use? So I use Maxim, Digital Force Bag, and Cognito. Somebody asked, what do I use Digital Force Bag for? I use Digital Force Bag. Did I just pause? Did my computer stop streaming right there? What? No way. Is this frozen? Yo, did we go? Can you guys see me? I can't see my screen. Okay, I can't see anything right now. So this is a little daunting. This is such a crazy stream today. I feel like it's a sinking ship. All right, we're going in blind. Sasha Ranau says hello from Oldenburg, Germany. Hello, man. How are you? Aiming for maximum come out soon. Okay, so I've seen somebody saying using was it David Peace saying using Digital Force Bag with Lux. Actually, go and find David Peace's social media. I'm pretty sure, at least in the Lux group, you posted some revelations using Lux and Digital Force Bag together, which play really, really well. Also, I use Digital Force Bag to do an ambergram reveal. So I use it in my TEDx talk that I did. I use Digital Force Bag to force a word, and I use my app Cypher, which I used to use all the time, to force a number. And then I revealed the number, and it revealed the word, which is the final word of a poem that I use of the local town that we were in, written by one of the famous writers, Dylan Thomas. So using Lux and Digital Force Bag is like the ideal combination. It's such a beautiful thing, but I also use it for ambergram reveals as well. I also did a routine, which you can find on my Facebook page, where I have somebody come up with a number. Another person chooses a word from Digital Force Bag. The word is 8-ball. When I reveal the number, it's on a piece of paper, which is flash paper. And then when you turn the flash paper upside down, it says 8-ball. So I reveal their number, their word, and then I light the flash paper and drop an 8-ball, a real 8-ball into my hand, and it gets wild reactions. I've got the video. I can put it, it's on my Facebook fan page for sure. I may actually do a YouTube video on it. Not really my style of performance. I don't, it's kind of like a worker's thing to do flash paper reveals and loads. Not so organic, but it's a really strong piece. And actually, I know a lot of people can get a lot of mileage out of that. So if you go ahead and look through my Facebook group, then my Facebook fan page, then you'll find that performance on there. It's really, really powerful. Matthew Braitman said, what happened? The stream came to an end. It was all laggy for a while, and now it's all... I have no idea what's going on. Frank Denine says, do I have any comments on the Architect of Predictions? I don't have any... anything... I just know it's very good. I know a lot of people use it. I know there's a lot of great routines for it. I don't have it. It's not something that I would personally do. Like you guys know, the Glubik says just going to heat up a large Domino's double decadent. I just had a large Domino's before the stream. And Brazen said, I've seen that video. It's in a pub. Great audience management effects. Thanks, man. I was also pretty well drunk in that video too. So don't pay too much attention to my performance. But yes, what was that? The architecture prediction. So if you guys notice something with my app, my choice of app magic is that the app should always be the vehicle that gets you to the destination, and it shouldn't be the destination. So what I mean by that is, with, for example, Cognito, you use it for them to browse through some photos and it goes away. And then later on, you can reveal what they're thinking and they disconnect it. With Maxim, if you choose to use the timer version, it's got nothing to do with the effect other than you're just like arbitrarily timing them for to put pressure on them. It's got nothing to do with the effect. Even Digital Force Bag, they think of a word off that list, but the idea is that you're not revealing the word on that list at the end. So that's when you use apps, then you shouldn't be using them to be the final point. It shouldn't be like, choose this card from this deck, and if you look, here it is on my phone. Because people know that phones are powerful and can do a lot of things. Like, look at Snapchat filters that are live and can do crazy stuff. For me, I don't think it's the right way to do stuff. Even though I know for a fact it can be powerful. I've spoken about before that card to phone app, card to phone. I've done it in the past where I can show a folded £10 note or £20 note, and I pull it off the screen. I do it for spectator. I've done it for spectators. It annoys me. It's one of those tricks where in the pub that I used to go to, it's one of the guys there. It's his favorite thing that I've ever done. And I've showed him some really advanced, or what I would call advanced magic, some like really like good magic. And to him, the trick where I pull the money off the phone screen, which is obviously an app, is his favorite thing. So I know that apps that you show and the effect is like blatantly not, the architecture prediction is not blatantly an app. I know that. I know that in the past where I've used apps that go against my ethos with apps, that they should be the vehicle and not the destination. I know they play powerful, but just not my style. So the architecture prediction is a fantastic app. It's a great question from Frank9 because it allows us to elaborate on my theories on apps. And I think it's fantastically made. I have watched videos of how it's been made. It's just currently not my style. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but it's just a little personal thing. But for anyone that uses it, I know they get great mileage out of it. And I have considered using it for that hotel key revelation because I used to, until the pandemic, spend so much time in hotels. Oliver Vinacourt, Lloyd, I have my first gig tonight. Wow. Jane, wow, good luck for your first gig. Oliver, what are you going to be performing in your first gig? What sort of stuff do you have in your set list? And don't be afraid if you get like nervous, or not nervous, but don't be too excited and try and show them too many tricks. Like David Williamson says, only give them 80%, right? So if don't just overload them with tricks. Don't forget to take time to speak to them and have a conversation with some of the people there, and you'll find it'll be a really wholesome gig, I hope. And so good. So thanks, Frank. Frank says good explanation. Understood. Dr. Don, here we go. Dr. Don has fantastic questions. So Dr. Don says, random question number 1. Do you like lava lamps? Bonus question, can you create something magical using a lava lamp somehow? I love lava lamps. I remember I broke my cousin's lava lamp when I was a kid, and they hated, the 2 girls, and they hated me so much for it. I get like PTSD. I'm terrified of touching the top now. But can I create something magical using a lava lamp somehow? You could totally create something magical using a lava lamp. And I can immediately think of one routine that you could do. You could you could draw on a piece of paper it looks like nothing, weird shapes. And then you could have someone take a photo of a lava lamp. And when they compare the lava lamp to the photo, it matches the prediction of what you've drawn, this weird like globular things on a paper. It turns out you draw in the shape of the lava lamp, right? Because the lava lamp is constantly changing, but they happen to take a photo at the exact same time. And the method would be pretty easy to do. You could take a photo of a lava lamp before you begin and then memorize the shape of it. Then when you get them to take a photo of it later on, because the lava lamp will be against a wall, you could essentially duplicate that image. So they take the photo, you take the phone back, immediately delete the photo that they took, and then show them the one that you took earlier, hopefully from pretty much the exact same position. So now you're showing them the preset photo and it'll match your prediction exactly, but they think they've taken the photo half an hour after you've been hanging out when the lava lamp's changed a million times. So you could do a trick like that, maybe, with it, which would be pretty cool, I think. That'd be pretty fun, especially if you're at like a friend's house and they have a lava lamp. Somebody whose name I can't pronounce is Lloyd. One question. What kind of performance do you do when you perform magic tricks against about 100 people? Depends what setting. Like, I've done a TEDx talk which had about 100, maybe 200 people in. And for that, I used mentalism, basically a mentalism routine with big boards that had an ambergram and number reveals on. Because I figure there was no camera on me to project what I was doing. So like sort of close-up visual stuff would have been tricky to do for a large audience unless I was going to go around them. So I just used mentalism that they could visually see the reveal, like they could actually see the reveal. But I kept it interesting by making that reveal an ambergram. Not too creative, but the TED Talk wasn't a magic performance. It was a talk about being successful as a solo entity. Drew asks, I mentioned this earlier, but I use Cognito with a deck of cards. My grandson uses Cognito to select a card. I use a deck of cards to try to find their card, forcing it to the top. They turn it over. Drew, that's literally a brilliant routine. But you know what you should do, Drew, is you should use that crosscut force that we talk about every single week to get the spectator to think they've cut to the very card they're thinking of. So if say they were thinking of the 4 of spades and you know that from your grandson using Cognito, then you go through the deck and say, I'm going to place that 4 of spades in a very particular position in this deck. And you go through and you cut it. So if it was in here, you cut it to the top, but you don't show them. So I'm going to put the 4 of spades is actually in the middle somewhere. So I'm going to place that 4 of spades in a very particular position. And I've literally cut it to the top. But what you can do is you go through, say, you take out a random card, don't show them, and you say, I'm going to place it about here. But you make them think that's the 4 of spades. And they say, now I want you to cut that deck and mark it somehow. So they cut the deck. You don't even touch it. They cut the deck. They mark it. Now you give it some time misdirection. You go back and you say, so look, let's think about what happened. I placed the 4 into I placed a card into the deck. A certain card, you don't want to say the 4 of spades because you don't know that they know you know the 4 of spades. In a certain position in the deck, you cut it, you marked it. And earlier on, you were thinking of a particular card. My grandson showed you photos to see if he could get it, correctly or not. Then you cut the deck, go ahead, look at where you cut to. They would lift it up and they would reveal they cut to the very card they were thinking of. I don't know, that would be a cool routine. It's always nice when the end of the effect happens with the spectator. Does that make sense? Brazen Magic says, how has your mindset changed about everyday carry pocket management from your early years to how I travel now? Great question. I used to carry a lot of card gimmicks on me, and I would carry like coin shells and loads of different things. Now my pocket management is less than ever. I would always carry a wallet on me, and I have a thing called the wallet weapon, which I would keep in my wallet to use in switches and routines. And then inside my wallet, I would keep things like a burn card, Daniel Madison's burn. I'd keep one of those. And I had a bunch of different effects. And I had my trick called money with a bill change. And then that evolved and changed into the blind man's bill change. And I used to keep, so I could do a bunch of stuff in my wallet. So it'd be bill changes, burn reveals. I would keep abyss cards, where the angel reappears with the friction ink. I would keep loads and loads of stuff in my wallet. Plus I could do card to wallet built in and things. But now my local area, they have everywhere, every single place takes contactless. Even like little food stalls. If there is a food stall, it takes contactless. So there's no need for a wallet now. And also people don't carry coins as much. And people don't carry paper bill or plastic bills as much on them. So I find myself really, really stripping down my everyday carry. So my everyday carry, I literally is normally just, this would be considered an extra, a thing for me, but I would carry sometimes some rubber bands as an extra everyday carry. And I almost accidentally showed you what Dex was then. But I would also carry Dex with me, and that replaces my wallet. because it's the size of just a bifold normal wallet, not a big ridiculous magician's wallet. So my everyday carry now is my phone, which has a bunch of apps that play well, as you know. I carry my decks on me and rubber bands. And with that, I can do probably a good 2 hours of Magic. I will carry a deck of cards sometimes, but I'll usually like keep decks instead of a deck on me. So one of the really beautiful things you can do, or I can do, is I can have somebody think of a card using Cognito and then completely forget about it with them, right? I'll remember the card. Then I can use decks to reveal it. Like in the video, I can reveal it from thin air. So by using decks, I can have them think of a card, say it's such a shame I don't have any cards on me, but look, you're thinking of a card. I can make one card materialize between my hands and it can be the card they're thinking of, which can be a super, super powerful effect. And then I can go into everyday carry magic, which is really interesting because I can talk about sort of this now, which is routining effects and how one effect can lead into the other. So, for example, if you do the pencil through bill effect, right, that we talked about earlier, then if you still have the pencil or the straw, you can go into some visual, like I really love Liquid Band. I think it's by Vinnie Marini. And I've showed it on you before, but it's when you put an elastic band between your fingers. So can you guys see it? And then you put the band between, you put the pencil through the band, and then visually you can melt it through. And I love to do that, and you can do that in a couple of different ways. You can either melt it through, or you can, I get spectators to hold on to each end. So one spectator here, one spectator there. I show the band is off the pencil, and I can melt it through and back on. And now I've used a bill and a pencil for a trick. I've used a pencil and a rubber band for a trick. And now I can take the rubber band. I can do my one man band effect where you can twist a rubber band and show that it twists without taking your fingers off. Then I can introduce another rubber band, do crazy mans, and I can do the final crazy mans bit that I talked about before where it ends up back as one. And that whole routine has flowed from a bill with a pencil to a pencil into a band to a band on its own to two bands, merging in and out of each other. Then they melt back into one band. And then the kicker that you can do is you fire back to the serial number that you predicted earlier with the switch bill. So it's this entire routine of everyday carry magic, which is a good 20-minute set if you play it correctly, and everything flows into each other and it comes back all the way full circle. And that time misdirection that's naturally built into the routine finishes off the entire thing. Does that all make sense? That entire routine makes sense to you? Oh yes, and as the Glubik says, or Jordan says, the band and ring trick called Steadfast. Yeah, I forgot about mentioning Steadfast. I do Steadfast all the time. I have rings and rubber bands. It's a beautiful effect. And again, you can use that to segue, and you can do ring thing by Garrett Thomas, and the Justin Miller ring through pinky finger and stuff. But yeah, so does that routine make sense? I really love joining props together in a routine and then bringing it back full circle, and that whole one there is a really cool thing. Let me run through some of these questions. There's so many questions. I didn't realize how far away I was from keeping up. Have an idea. Emma, just have an idea from an app and need some help to make my suggestions. Reach out to an app developer, man. That would help you. Okay, there's Dr. Dong's question. There's Drew's question. So where am I? Okay, so Brazen asked about my pocket management for EDC. So essentially, yeah, my pocket management is preloaded bill if I want to, rubber bands, rings, my apps, and maybe my decks or a deck of cards. Darcy Zhang says EDC for students. I would keep my EDC the same for students as what I'm doing, but I would ask them what they're interested in. If they were a math student, I would show them a magic square, for example, or anything, maybe not that because they might figure it out, but I would show them stuff that they could relate to depending on what they're studying, but my stuff would remain essentially the same. Stu Batman says, in your opinion, can one call themselves a magician? When can one call themselves a magician? Would it be after learning one trick, a set of tricks, or after doing a gig? Well, I've never done a gig. So if that was the quantifier, then I'm not a magician. I would say you call yourself a magician when you love magic. When you can, I think you'd have to be able to perform a trick, do a trick without getting caught. I'd say you'd have to be like I'd say that would be the threshold. But I think you'd have to just love magic. I don't think this should be I don't think anyone should be secluded from the art of magic if they love it and want to be a magician. And it's all levels, right? We're never, ever the master. I'm always going to be the student of magic, which means that if you could only be classed as a magician if you were brilliant at it, then I'll never be a magician. So I would just say as soon as you can, perform a trick, but also make sure that you love magic, and then you can call yourself a magician. That's just, I don't know. What do you guys think? That's a really good, interesting question. Michael One says, how are we all? We're all very good. I think we had a bit of streaming issues earlier, but we all seem to be up and running right now. Oliver Vinacore says, I'm performing Bottle as an opener. I have a flight and a deck of cards with double-backed setup. Rubik's Cube and Twister Flavor. I've stolen cards. Not sure when I will perform. That's a good set. That's a really cool set. Especially the double backer, because you can use that to be so devious. M Magician asks, have I ever thought about using Cognito as a progressive anagram? So here's a really cool thing you can do. Maxime Hellier has a website, and Maxime Hellier, if you search Maxime Hellier and a progressive anagram generator into Google, it'll pull up his website where you can make your own progressive anagrams. So I tried putting the entire deck of cards in there to see if you could progressively anagram make an entire deck of cards. It's ridiculous, and you'd need to, may as well, there's easier ways of doing it. But if you put in just the court cards, it becomes much more easy to do the progressive anagram, right? But if you put just the jacks and the kings in, now you can use Cognito like this, and this is one of the ways I've done it. You can reduce Cognito down, I think it's to 4 images. And all it is that you have the jack of diamonds and jack of clubs, and the king of diamonds and the king of clubs as the court cards in the images, and the rest of them are the spot cards. So, because I want you to think of a playing card, don't tell me what it is, but I want you to make this, I'm going to have you change your mind, okay? So before you begin, and I'm not actually doing this to you guys now, but you say, before you begin, think of a random value of a playing card. So avoid obvious ones like everyone goes for queens, everyone thinks of aces, don't go for that. And now change your mind. So if you're thinking of a number card, change to a picture card. And again, avoid the obvious choices. And now assign it a suit. So if you everyone thinks of like the queen of hearts or the ace of spades, so give it a random suit. Now they'll be thinking of a king or jack of clubs or diamonds if you've done it correctly. And I'm rushing it, obviously. So you say you're thinking of a card now, and listen, what we've done is you thought of a card, you made it hard by not going for obvious choices, then you also change your mind but continue to make your choices less and less obvious, right, to catch me out at every stage. You now know the value of this card. What I want you to do is go through the images and see if I've even managed to have it, take a photo of it. You'll see not the entire deck is in these photos. So as they do this, Cognito will then figure out which their card is they're thinking of. And then you can go into it from there. Have I explained that correctly? But using the progressive anagram, you can do the same thing. And there's a way to tie it up, but it's a much longer explanation. But basically, the progressive anagram is CAB, C-A-B. And whether there's a C, an A, or a B in it, you'll know if they're thinking of the jack of clubs, the jack of diamonds, the king of clubs, or the king of diamonds. And you only have to ask, you say, imagine it's spelt out nice and big in front of you. There's a C in this, yes. There's an A in this, yes. There's a B in this. Oh, wait, okay, I'm not getting this correctly. Can you picture it instead? Don't use this. And then you know they're thinking of, like I think it's the, I don't know, what is it, the jack of diamonds if there's a C, an A, a B, or whatever. I'm rushing it. I haven't tested for a while, but that's essentially how you can combine them together. Just search Maxime Hellier Progressive Anagram Generator. And if you are going to try and do playing cards with it, then I suggest using the springboard thing and everything. Such a scatterbrain. I'm sorry. Over 70 people are watching and we only have 40 likes. Come on. Up the game, guys. Stu Batman says, I keep forgetting to watch Blaine's course. David watched the first video about keycard. Oh, David Orthodoxy. I know. I'm gonna try and do a review of the of Blaine's course. Cito Silva asks, has a layman ever showed me a trick that stumped me? Yes, I seen a layman show me a trick that stumped me. He showed me 4 cards, put them in the deck, and they came up to the top, but it wasn't the methods that I thought it was, and it proper stumped me. But I was like 10 pints deep, so in a spit and sawdust bar, so that probably added to it. And I'm also not that intelligent. David P says, have you watched the David Blaine course, and what are your thoughts on it? I found some very nice tips and routines I do perform definitely with money. Yeah, I have watched I think about half of it so far, and there's some fantastic things on there. Just the sort of bringing up, reminding you of small things like the cut deeper force is featured in there with some great tips on there. Azzy Wind, when he talks about what's it called, Equivoke and Magician's Out, his thoughts on that, and his thoughts on the fake take with the little routine he puts together is brilliant. And just hearing Blaine talk about magic, sort of really for the first time since getting into magic and finding out that secrets were shared in the way they are, is the first time I felt like that since. So it's so good. So good. Lachenbresh says, so next Sunday, propless mentalism tutorial and advice, please. I would love to do an entire service on propless mentalism. I don't feel like I'm qualified to do that. This is not my forte. Most of the propless stuff I do is like work from Peter Turner, Olivia Bowe, some stuff from Michael Murray, and some other people. It's not really my work to share. I just have a couple of things with like a certain psych force and stuff. I don't really have a lot. But on my channel, I did share some propless mentalism card forces, which is not so long ago, if you guys want to look at it, which is interesting, I think, and fun. Alex Bowe says, do I do any tricks with watches? I used to do the Turner watch all the time. And I don't do it anymore, but the Turner watch was the only thing I did with watches. I really don't do much watch magic. Dr. Don asks, can you spot it in the second time the banana change? I'm liking the shorts clips, by the way. What can you spot? What was I'm not sure. The question is Dr. Don, but thanks for the, I'm not sure what the question is. Oh yeah, I'm dabbling with shorts right now. I'm not sure if you guys all like them, because I know it's short form sort of explanations, but they're fun to do, and I'm just trying to keep producing stuff for you all. Okay, so Stu asks, what are my thoughts on the stack watch? I think it was a good tool just for people who need a quick glance at the stack. So not to use it in the turn-in fashion. I don't think that's so good. But it's good just in case you are fresh to stack work, just to get an initial refresher on the stack. But I wish it was the original way. The first way that Pete Turner, the first idea Pete Turner had for it is superior by a mile to what it is. So if you ever did, I don't shop at that company, and I'll never shop at that company. But if Pete Turner ever brings out the original version of what that watch would be, then I would probably buy it from him. So Nun1 says, which is Drew, quick question about my rubber band trick. I bought the correct rubber bands, but still have issues because of arthritis. Do you somehow stretch it out? I am determined to do it right. I don't necessarily stretch the rubber band out, but I know that if you want to get a bit of stretch in them, to pinch the rubber band with your fingers and just pull it through like this and do one full rotation, and that will just stretch it out. But as a whole, I just use it as is. Somebody, I can't pronounce your name, but he says, the other day I was able to practice the color change, knuckle change, in brackets, that I was taught. Can you show me some color changes today? Yeah, we can show a color change or two. Here's one that it was inspired by my friend called Bill Perkins, and he came up with a thing called the X change, and this is based on that, and I called it Decade because it's very similar handling. And it came up on my memories the other day, so I thought maybe I would share it, or not share it, I'd show it to you guys today. I might sort of half share it a little bit because it's based off his thing, but I don't know if I put this up on as a short or not. But watch the 4. All I have to do is wave my hand, and it turns into the Queen. So, did you guys like that? Did you dig it? Did you see it properly? Property medalism next Sunday. Dr. Don says logical and natural progression, very nice. Nicely constructed. Punk BMX, hey Lloyd, late again, had to watch Beauty and the Beast again with my daughter. What did I miss? Oh, no worries, man. I feel your pain for watching kids' films. Mr. Brian says, hello, Mr. Barnes. Or hello, Barnes, even. Hello, Mr. Brian. Eddie, love the answer to who is a magician question. Amazing answer. We got, holy cow. Danny Parker, the Game Cat. What the hell just happened? €50 donation. My lord, thank you so much. Oh my god, thank you so much, man. I can't believe you just did that. I need to read what you said. Dude, thank you so much. What the hell's going on? When I was a kid, I figured out misled before knowing the gimmick existed. Basically, just doing something to the pen. I showed the trick the first phase to an elderly man in a pub I was with my mum. It was so impressive that he slapped me. Danny, I love you. That I would let you slap me right now for doing that. Whoa. Man, thank you, dude. Everyone give it up for Danny with the super chat. That's what we call a super chat. We've just beaten last week already. Wow. Drew has donated today. Danny's just donated €50. Wow. Thank you very much. It's beyond appreciated. Everyone show them some love for that. I feel like I want to do whatever you want me to do. Like I'll show you more like pencil through build tricks or anything. No nudity. All right. Okay, I'm going to go back to the questions. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, my friend. Tigger T says, have you ever tried to show your wife a trick and she instantly knew how it's done in the video you've done together? Tigger T, it was, yes, I did that. And when I first shot the wife test, I think I shot like 4 tricks on her at the same time. And one of the first few times, and the idea was to use 2 or 3 of those tricks in 2 or 3 weeks recurring. And I think she had a bit of trick fatigue. Well, I can't remember what happened, but she instantly figured it out. It was like the 4th trick that I did. So it wasn't like necessarily going to be using it on her that day. I'm still blown away, by the way, for the super chat. But it ended up, yeah, she's seen straight through it. And there's quite a lot of tricks. Actually, I wish I could show you guys some of the stuff behind the scenes that I show her, because often she'll see straight through some things which fool loads of magicians. And I don't know whether it's because I'm a bad performer or she's seen me too much, she's too aware, but either way, she sees a lot more. It's just when I do the episodes of Fool Her, I try to shield her from what I'm going to show her for as long as I can before it, if at all. And I'll be kind of sneaky and say things to her that make her think that I'm going to do something completely different on the day. Do you know what I mean? So, or when I'm about to film. All right, what is happening? Wait a minute, wait. Alex Kilpatrick has just done a super chat, $20. Guys, are you just trying to like kill the stream? This is the best day ever. Thank you so much, dude. Why are you all so good? My God, thank you, Alex, dude. Thank you so much, man. We've like smashed an all-time record for super chats in this today. Alex says, Lloyd, when you're carrying playing cards with you, how often do I carry multiple decks? Guys, show some love for Alex. Like, let's drop some fire emojis in the chat. Say thank you to Alex Kilpatrick for this super chat there. Guys, you don't know how much it means to be able to, like, This goes all the way to helping me do as much as I can for this channel. I don't see this as my channel. I see this as our community, and I want to try and make this community as like strong and as healthy as possible. And I was talking to Brazen Magic on the phone on FaceTime the other day, and I said that, you know, I kind of feel that I want to change the way the magic industry works in some way, where people, like, anyone can sell anything as a download these days, and I don't think it's right. I think that if you have a good idea and it's unique, if you can make it at home, then you don't have to try and put a price tag on everything. Like, you guys know I sell products. I have things like Lux and Cognito, which are stuff you can't make at home, and they do have to be sold because it's the only way to get it into people's hands. But I don't think we should always just be trying to, like, as long as you're not exposing other people's tricks, I think it's okay to teach. And I like to teach, and I try to do it, you know, in multiple different ways, whether it's with products or for free on YouTube. So this money, these super chats go so damn far to, like, keeping this reality going and trying to still blown away by it, but trying to make a small change as much as I can. But to answer your question, how often do I carry multiple decks? Probably it's the one thing that I do least. It's very, very rare that I'll carry multiple decks, but I'm not against asking if I have a deck of cards on me, asking if they have a deck of cards behind the bar, so that I can, and I'll only do 2 tricks normally. One will be monocosis, where my decks, I always start in stack before I leave. My deck will be in stack. I'll say to somebody, I want you to hold on to this deck of cards. I'm never going to touch it, but it is shuffled. So from the moment it's finished being shuffled, I'm never going to touch it. And then you name a number. Okay, 33. Let's take the deck from behind the bar. You choose a card at random. Okay, you've chosen the 8 of clubs. Fair. You got that deck from before we began, and then they deal down the 8 of clubs is 33rd. Or I'll use it, as you've seen in the Fooler episode. The other trick I do, is do as I do. So once the 2 decks are in play, I can have my deck shuffled up and do a do as I do thing. But the only way I will carry 2 decks is if I have my deck on me and a dex, but I'll make sure the back designs are different. So I'll have a red dex and a blue deck, or vice versa. And that way then I can do brainwave style effects with the deck on the fly. So I hope that answers your question. But man, look at all the love coming in for you guys. All the fire emojis being dropped in. And drop some fire emojis in for Drew as well, because you guys are just insane at the minute. Drew, Danny, what's happening? Stu Batman says Sunday service merch. I need a hoodie, CryptoPunk. I actually updated the merch today. I put some a t-shirt and a hoodie in my merch store, one that have the Lloyd Barnes signature on them, because there was a couple of you that asked in the chat last week for it. I never was going to put merch with like my signature. I know how comfortable I felt doing that, because it felt like I was being egotistical. But you guys were here last week. If you were here, you've seen it. So I just made them available. I wasn't going to speak about it until these come up, or at all. But I don't know if it's even showing or displayed in my merch store at the minute. But if you do want to get those t-shirts, I don't even have one yet. I'm going to get one after the live stream to see how it came out. But they are there just in case anyone wants it, because I know you were asking last week. And quickly, Best Magic says, hello from the Ukraine. Yo! Look at this. Just show some love to Ukraine. Woo! Holding it back to front, upside down. But man, showing some love for you guys. Hope you're all doing good over there. Alright, okay, I'm going to try and get back through these questions, because this is wild. Where was I? So... Nessie Russell says, how do you spell? Okay, I don't know what that is. Nessie Roswell says, just joined, how's it going? And yes, okay, hey Nessie, how's it going? Michael 1, I think when you started to delve into what makes magic and have the appreciation for the art, that's when you become a magician instead of just someone who knows magic tricks. Yeah, I think you kind of need to dip your toes in the water of the art. But then some of the best magicians I see have nothing, don't really delve into the art. They get a pack of cards, they learn a few tricks, and they just go out in a maze. You know, some people in outskirts towns, or, especially when the internet wasn't such a thing. So I don't think you have to be too deep in to call yourself a magician, but I completely get it. And I feel like I feel like a magician more because I'm more deep rooted in the art form of it. The Glubik says, what's the advantages of Cypher Pro? I have nothing to do with Cypher at all anymore. They changed, from my original idea with Will. They've changed it all so much, so I have no idea, but I don't even use the old cipher anymore because they changed it and they put things in there that I just don't think are smart decisions. So I have no idea, but there's plenty of other apps out there that can do what Cypher does and a whole lot more. Fabianowski says, "Hi Lloyd, DM'd you a message yesterday about the possible out of the bill trick you published yesterday that really restores the card, an idea from Vanny Bossy's book." Okay, where did you message me, Fabianowski? I'll go ahead and try and find it to read it. The Glubik says, "Can you link Cypher Pro with Hydra?" No idea. Jordan, yes, we do need to meet up again. I'll be in Bristol soon. I'll let you know when I'm there, man. Emma just said, "I want to make an electronic chessboard and I can't find someone to manufacture it. Any suggestions?" Yeah, there's a couple of people I could put you in touch with. If you email me, I'll try and point you in the right direction, my friend. My email is admin@lloydbarnes.co.uk. Whoa, what's going on? Michael won a $20 super chat. Well, since the party has started, more extra beer money. What? Guys, this is actually bonkers. Michael, thank you, dude. Oh my God, Michael, thank you so much. I can't tell if this is like a practical joke now and you're all just trying to wind me up. This is amazing. Thank you so much, Michael. And since I don't drink anymore, this is going to be a whole lot of pizza money. Are you guys trying to make me fat again? Yo, Michael, thank you so much, dude. Wow. Guys, we're nearly at £80, which is like, what, $85, $90 in a Sunday service? I love all of you. Like, you're just the best. But thank you. Guys, drop some fire emojis to show some love for Michael and what he's done with the rest of the guys today. Whoa. The Glubix. Could I do a Sunday sesh with Pete Turner? Probably, yeah. I love Pete. I need to get more guests on here. I haven't done that for a while just because I haven't had time to really plan them, but I'm sure Pete would drop in one day or we could set one up with him in the future. Cito Silva says, "Hey Lloyd, what's the most visual card trick you can perform impromptu?" Good question. Let me grab a deck. Most visual card trick impromptu. Probably. I'm trying to think. I think this would be a really visual. I'm trying to think if there's anything more visual. But if I... Let me see. Where's my camera? So... What's the best way of doing this? So you know how I'm going to take a card and place it about... Oh, my in shot. Sorry, about halfway down into the deck. Can you all see that? And then watch as it rises visually to the top, just like this. And it rises all the way up. So the lighting, just by chance, really helped me there. If anyone thought that was Daniel Garcia's Fallen, you couldn't be more wrong. So let me know. I have taught that on an old YouTube video. If you want to see the secret to that, just put some eye emojis in the chat, and if there's enough eye emojis, I'll teach you guys how that works. I just dropped the deck. That trick request was from Cito Silva, by the way. Tigger T says, "I love that short that Don mentioned. Even after watching a couple of times, it looked really good and clean." We all like the videos. Janaim, Alex Kilpatrick said we all like the videos. Janaim Parek says, "Thoughts on Orphic and Shadow Wallets?" Incredible wallets, the pair of them. Actually, I can't make my mind up between Nexus, Orphic, and Shadow Wallet. They're all actually brilliant wallets that I would 100% have no issue going out and performing with and taking with me. Chris James, you are late for church. Yes. Frank Dinan, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, man. I apologize if I'm not. I like that you don't dismiss the crosscut force and look at it as a good and simple force. Yeah, I mean, the crosscut force, absolutely, I use it every single time I perform. Olivier Mann says, "Je suis français et j'ai trouvé que tu es un génie. Merci pour tes vidéos." So I am French, I think you're a genius. Thank you for the videos. Is that what it translates to? I don't know. Please tell me I didn't just call myself a genius for no reason. I'm not. Danny Parker. The eye emojis with a super chat of $20 to teach the trick. Ah, Danny, you legend. Thank you, mate. I wasn't asking for money to teach you, I promise, guys. I was going to teach you, but dude, guys, we're at £96 for the Sunday service today. £96. We're over $100, but £96 for the Sunday service today. That super chat, obviously, I'm going to teach it right now. So here's the secret. I got to catch up with the chat just to read. Oh, wow, there's loads of eye emojis. I didn't. My chat is so lagged. Whoa. Whoa, okay. Cool Card Trick says, how do I get hold of the hat? Go to lloydbarnes.co.uk actually, and you'll see that anything is possible cap link in that, and you can buy it from there. Lloyd Barnes, I'll put it in the window just before I teach this. Barnes.co.uk, and you can get, and there's a link to my hat, and the rest of the merch is there. All right, I'm going to teach this. Wow, I'm blown away. Thank you. So any card can be used, and you don't need a double. So I'll use the top card. It's a Joker. Well, the 4. I got this in stack. That's why I'm reluctant to take a card out. So you do your ambitious card routine. I like to do an ambitious card that doesn't mess the deck up. So you can use something like the Marlowe Sadowitz slip or whatever. Let me get the angle a bit better here. Whenever you like to, though, you're going to try and make it look like the card goes into the center and visually rises to the top, okay? Just as I showed. Now, there's a couple of ways of doing it. Like, for example, there's Danny Garcia's Fallen, which looks like this, which is good, but you need like a fresh deck to do it with. So the way this works is, I'm going to show the Joker, and I'm going to place it into the center of the deck. As I tilt the deck back, I release this, and I just drop about 6 or 7 cards. So I say I'm going to place the Joker in about halfway, and I'm literally going to reposition it that far, that close to the top. But I'm here. So then, as I come to bring my hand forward, just before I do, from the exposed view, and this is the bit that I think is so devious, I'm going to create a false deck using the borders of these cards like this. I don't know why it took me longer in explanation than it did in performance. But look at that. Just by doing a little bit, it now looks like the card is further down the deck. But the reality is, it's like this. But it's an optical illusion that I created. And I have a video of me when I'm about, I think I'm like, I don't know, 16, 15 years old, in a pair of stripy fleece pajamas on my bed when I first created this illusion. But it looks like it's further down, okay? But the reality is, it's actually this, and this creates the false deck front. But that looks like it's halfway down. Now all I do is square these cards up, like that. And it looks like it rises to the top. So in a performance speed, I just show you, boom, like this. I say, watch the cards about halfway down in the deck. Watch as it just rises close to the top. And what's nice now, especially like, not to compare it, but if you are familiar with Fallen, without exposing the method, at this point now when it's here, because this is broken into 2 steps, I can now show everything really cleanly and fair. So I can come here, boom, and show, right? Because it is where it is. And also what's interesting is that I can cover this with my hand. So I can actually perform this like from quite a great angle. You don't want people looking there too much, but it's not really a dead illusion if you cover it like that. It is better here, but you can cover this if you need to, right? So it rises up like that. You can also really quickly, you can do it one-handed sometimes, so you can just actually let those cards sort of square on their own, depending on the deck you use, but it is a bit trickier, so we can try that again. See, and it looks like it rises up on its own. But now, you're in this position where it's a few cards away, and it's going to melt all the way to the top, just like that. So, what's going to happen is, and I've just lost that Joker. Let me find that Joker again. All that happens is, as I tilt up to blow, I bring it up, my fingers at the front here, and my thumb slides that card to meet it, like that. Okay? So, speed, like that. Or you can put your index finger up. So go square. What I do here, I push these together. I like to pop this singular card up, but I've actually got a hole on both of them. And what I'll do is I'll turn them both over as one, and now it looks like it's come to the top anyway. But if you do a KM move here, you can steal this card. Now the entire deck, that took two, but now the entire deck is still in order. Where's my 2 of hearts gone? Either way. But the entire deck is still remained in order. So you can do this, you can do an ambitious card, like using like the Sadowitz slip and things, with a deck in stack and still have it in stack at the end. So from the top, I'll show you and then I'll expose it. So from the top, we go here, place it about halfway down into the center, give you all a good look. Watch as it visually rises up almost to the very top of the deck. All you have to do is blow, and it comes all the way to the top. There's signed card. And from the exposed view, one more time, you come down, place it close, spread back the borders to create the false deck, square them up, slide as you pretend to blow, display, come back, and then KM move that card. And that's it. I called it Visual AF card. Visual AF Ambitious or something. Do you guys like that? Do you enjoy it? Let me know if you thought that was cool or not. Chris James says, hey, thanks for this, guys. Normally I'd be talking to my pops around this time. He's dead and it sucks. First Dad's Day without him. This has helped me out of my head. Helped me get out of my head. Wasn't going to show, but thanks. Yo, Chris, thank you for being here, brother. And this is what I said to him earlier, is that I wanted to do this stream today especially today, because I don't have a dad, never grew up with a dad. But my grandfather, he was my dad. He's no longer with us. It's my second day as a Father's Day, but I know as a father, but I know that like me and yourself and others out there, people don't have fathers or they've lost them and they can be tough. So even though it's Father's Day and I have a son, I've taken at least 2 hours out to spend it with you guys because I know how much these Sunday services mean. So thank you for coming and tuning in, Chris, because your people like yourself are the reason why today more than any I've really I've had my son go down to my mother and father-in-law's house with my wife so I could spend some time with you guys. So thank you for opening up and talking to us all about it. And you're always welcome here, as is everyone else. Okay, so let me go back through some comments. Damn, there's so many comments today. When is Dex going to be released? Probably, hopefully, like 8 weeks or something. Who said I want the church hoodie? That's a great idea. Church hoodie. We need to come up with a Sunday service logo. If anyone is a logo design boss and wants to come up with a Sunday service logo, we can maybe take a poll vote on it. Not poll vault. We could maybe like have a few different designs submitted. I do a bit of design work, but I'm guessing you guys are better than me because I'm not a professional. So if anyone has like ideas for a Sunday service design logo that maybe we could throw it on a hoodie and we could all pick up, then email them to me, admin@lloydbarnes.co.uk, and maybe we'll get something cooking with those. King OK asks, what's my favorite routine with unhanded? Is it the one you showed in my video? Actually, it's probably not. It's probably the one that I taught in the unhanded, or that I shared with Javier to teach in the unhanded explanation, which is to have the deck of cards in the box, and you have somebody take a card, I think it's the Joker, and you say, look, I'm going to have you place it somewhere in the box, and then you tip the cards out, and they place it at exactly 23 or 18 cards down, and it matches whatever your prediction. So if you own unhanded, you'll see that explanation on there. That's my handling. It's basically using it in that way, or anything that uses it to that was the stuff that I came up with, the placement stuff. Andrew Niner, hey Lloyd, hey Andrew, how's it going, dude? David M says that was amazing. Gemma Mandala Putra says hi Lloyd, with question marks. Hi Gemma. Stu says, wow, Danny the man. Okay, I'm going. That's how far back the comments are going. I'm going to keep up with the comments. This is back to Danny's super chat. Danny funding the things today in one go. Gemma Mandala Putra says, show the ACAN your version. I have so many different versions, but the main one that I use is probably the Maxim version. It's a little bit too long to show right now unless we get some spare time later on. So I will maybe delve into it a little later on. But I just seen that my Two of Hearts wasn't in the right place in my stack, so maybe that's gone. Cool Card Tricks Made Easy says, hi Lloyd, just a big shout out to you and your good lady. Love the YouTube stuff. Cool Card Tricks is not my name. Trying to change that. I'm glad I got into the live. Man, dude, thank you for tuning in and thank you for saying that, like taking the time just to comment that. Yeah, like Kaylee reads all the comments or any comments that I say, like talks about it, like it boosts her confidence so much because she wasn't sure about doing like the fuller episodes and things, and I like nagged her to be on them. So thanks for the kind words, man. Eddie says, one thing I like about your channel is the general positive vibe that you project. Would you say that the community in the UK is generally friendly and supportive, or is it more competitive? I think the Magic community overall is really supportive, and I think it's only when you know, like film critics, and this isn't about tricks, like trick products and things, but you know, I read a thing one day about film critics like don't read the reviews, and I'm not talking about products, I'm all about communities in general. I think it's really important sometimes to not focus too much on the comments in general about Magic online, whether it's about a TikTok video or it's about products that come out or the Magic Cafe so much. Because what I find almost 99.999% of the time is that almost all magicians that I speak to face-to-face or over the phone in person are amazing. Incredible people. We all share the same love and we have the same passion. I think I've probably met like 2 or 3 out of tens of thousands of magicians all over the world. 2 or 3 people that are maybe naysayers or negative Nancy's. But as a whole, most magicians support magicians. It's just sometimes that when people are left to their own devices and they're sat at home and they're on their phone, some people can leave negative comments in places and it can make you think that everyone feels that way. So I'd say overall, the Magic community is incredible and super supportive. And I think because we are kind of outsiders by nature, I think we do tend to band together more because we embrace that like similarity that we see. I know other people, don't think the Magic community is a community, but I really think it is. And my my friendship circles, aside from hometown, is magicians, and I love people, and I wouldn't like call the Magic community my people if they weren't good. So yeah, in anything you'll get like some negative people, but overall on the whole the Magic community is amazing. It's absolutely amazing, I think. Okay, I'm just catching up. There's so many fire emojis. Everyone's like, Alex. Stu Batman says Sunday. So okay, hoodied. What are your thoughts on Azzy Wins tricks by Herka's Magic? Azzy Wins is incredible. He's just next level magician and an amazing performer. So it'll be tough to find anything of Azzy's which isn't solid gold. And I've actually I think I've spoken to him on the phone once or twice, and he's actually like just a stand-up guy. He's a really, really nice bloke. Okay, Dr. Don had to leave the service, but that was ages ago. Riley says, when Deck's going to be released? That was like probably about 2 months-ish, hopefully. Can we get a Praise the Lloyd hoodie? Rich Relish says, hey Lloyd, what's the best Magic lecture you've ever seen and what made it the best? This is an amazing question. The best Magic lecture I ever seen, probably 2. For me, Danny Diortes, because it changed the way I approach card Magic handling as a whole. But the best one was probably Greg Wilson's lecture. Oh, there's another one actually. Greg Wilson's lecture in Cardiff, because of one thing. He said this thing where he says, he gets people to ask him to perform magic instead of approaching them. He says, hey, nice to meet you, what do you do? And they say, I'm a banker. And then I'm a magician. And he pauses. And then they say, can you show me a trick? So instead, and for me, that changed the way I perform magic on the spot for the rest of my life. Because I never, ever, ever and I never do approach people to see an effect. Because I think instantly people are like, go on then, show me what you got. But, and I'm not sure if Greg correlated this together because he's a confident performer. And his approach is to sort of be like, look what I can do. Because he does he can do pickpocketing things, which when you do pickpocket magic, it's the whole presentation is like, look what I can do. But approaching it from somebody who would rather the magic happen to the spectator entirely, what I found was this: when they ask you to do a magic effect, so when you say what you do and they say I'm a banker, when they ask you to do magic, suddenly they don't heckle you. I don't get heckled. Because have you ever asked someone to do you a favor, like, hey, could you help me carry that wardrobe up the stairs? And then as they're helping you, you say you're not doing it right, you're doing it incorrectly. Oh, you've made a mistake. Instantly, people, because I say, oh, I don't know. I make them basically beg for it. Then they don't heckle you ever. I just don't get heckled because they nag me to do the trick, which was a revelation. I know people who gig can't have that luxury, but for me it changed everything. And secondly, it also allowed me to have a natural in because I didn't like asking people, could I show them a trick? So that for me was probably the most beneficial piece of advice I ever got, was just from Greg Wilson, was just to say, hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a banker, cool. I'm a magician. I'm wait. And then they ask you to do magic, amazing. And then the other one, a third, is Ben Earl's lecture, because he sort of put things into context that I did but didn't contextualize. When we were younger, me and my friends, right, we were all used to skating and stuff, and we used to do things like we would run on our shoes, we'd run and climb things and do backflips or jump over big gaps with a sprint and not just skating it. And we used to just have fun doing it and call it like stunts, or we used to call it the Yakuza. And then years later, there was a thing called parkour, free running, and I think a guy called like David Bell and Sebastian Foucault contextualized it as free running. There was a thing called urban free flow, and we were like mad into it, and it was things that we already did, but there was a name now. And Ben Earl has like this neo movement thing where he talks about minimal coin magic and stuff, and that's exactly the coin magic that you've all seen me do for years. I don't do three flies and things. If I say, as well as Ben, if you could do magic, you would just make the coin disappear, because when you do the three fly, everyone's just waiting for the last coin. And I watched Ben do like a special lecture at the session, and he contextualized all of that. And by wrapping it in this framework, or by giving it all this definition, everything sort of fell into place for me. So the Ben Earl lecture was a really informative one as well for me. Really, I don't change. It was a change for me from saying it. Praise the Lloyd, says Alan Kilpatrick. Is this going to become a thing? I agree with praise the Lloyd. Guys, I can make a praise the Lloyd hoodie design or t-shirt design, but I don't know if I could get away with wearing it or even putting it on my store, because it's kind of like super egotistical. Praise the Lloyd. I'll do it if you want me to, but like, please don't joke about it. I have 10 Andre butterfly decks. Oh yes, I had this gift in the mail. Batman Stu sent me these butterfly cards. I've kept them actually in pristine condition. I'm gonna learn them. What an incredible gift from Stu Batman in the chat. He sent it to me. He came next day. Thank you all so much. And I have had emails from a few of you asking, can you send things to me? Some people want to like review things or perform things or just to have stuff. You totally can just email me and I'll send you my address. But if you want to say a special thank you and shout out, I'm going to do like a Mark Deck special. So I'll do that with the butterflies because they're incredible. Gabriel Pereira says, Tigger T says, I agree with praise the Lloyd. Oh God. Before you finish, can you teach the CPR change? I cannot do it from reading. So I'll quickly go over it. The CPR change. So the difference is, when you get with a classic palm, you would hold it between your pinky and sort of this part of your thumb. I can't do that. So the CPR palm relies on holding the card like this, between the third knuckle of your index finger and the heel of your thumb. And that's something I've just done all my life because I can't normally palm. But the byproduct of that, it means that the corner of the card can now swivel past the thumb. Whereas here, it doesn't, right? Because it's stuck. But here it can. So, with the Cpr change, I'll show you the Cpr move. The Cpr move is essentially, because the card, the corner, is now sticking out of the thumb, and it's important to curl this finger in to add a convincer. You can now, using your pinky, align the card on top of the deck, right? That's essentially the movement. So with the Cpr change, you would show an ace of clubs and turn it face up so you can all see. And as I shake, it becomes a nine of spades. Now I haven't done this for a long time, or last week even. But what's happening is I show a single card and I get a break. I turn them both down. I pick up both the cards and I turn them end for end, but I'm hiding the fact that 2 is here. Okay, so I say watch the 10 of spades. Watch, we'll turn it on the top of the deck. I can see the 2. As I come down, I'm going to put the card into Cpr palm, that 2 of spades. And now, under the guise of a shake, I can use my pinky to realign that card on top of the deck, and then use my finger, my index finger, to square it all up. Okay, so you can also do a couple of other things with that. For example, you can make a card vanish, so you can watch the jack as it vanishes, and you can do capping of the deck too. So if I'm going to force the 7 of hearts, so I can have someone cut the deck, they cut to wherever they want. As I go to place this down, I've repositioned that card. So we covered this last week. So I won't go too in depth, but that's essentially it. So if there's anything that's missing for you, then let me know and I'll ask a question and I'll try and go over it. Fabian asking, I DM'd you on Instagram. Okay, great. Yeah, thank you, man. Brazen says, we're all legends in the making, students of the art, always learning. Let's continue to keep the magic alive. Hell yeah. The Glubix, boom, boom, ba 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 pow. Liam Levin, I know I need, Liam, can you send me an email right now, and I'm going to mark it as a reply, as a scheduled reply to later email, because I've got my whole email and everything thing is just massive, so let me get on top of that. If you send me a fresh email, I can set it to a scheduled reply. Okay, Michaels asks, what's the difference between a magician and a large pizza? I'm going to say a pizza can feed a family of 4. Stu Batman, fire, that's sorry. Where are we? Big Hands says quality card control. Oh, thank you, dude. Alright, teach us. Okay, this is how far back I am. This is back from the visual ambitious card. Cito Silva said, you did a very visual sandwich trick with 2 jokers on a short that completely baffled me. Yeah, I can show that one day, but let me try and get through some of these comments. Love the banana control from Big Hands. Thank you so much, dude. Brazen says, Lloyd, as someone who is constantly trying to elevate the progression of magic, Lloyd is, as someone who's trying to, did I always see the magic like that when I first started, or did you always see the landscape and think it's time to change? I'm guessing this is in regards to the tutorials, or my tutorials not being monetized, at least for the ones that can be performed at home. I've always seen magic as an art that is more about sharing than profiting. I think if you are a creator, it's important to, and you can't, like, I'm a creator of magic. I couldn't live my life any other way. So it's important to, like, put food on the table if you give so much to the art. But I don't think that everything has to be about money. So, for example, things like Lux, Cognito, and apps and physical things, obviously, well, they cost money to make, and you can't just give them away, right? Especially when there's like thousands of you that buy them. So that way, that's good to do. But the stuff like the card tricks and the other things that I can be creative and put my time into, I like to do that free because it just doesn't feel right profiting from it. And I'm not, I think, like, because this is my, like, doing YouTube is my hobby, it's good to like separate hobby and business. And if I made everything about business like I used to when I had worked at a different company, then you sort of lose your love for the art. And I think the question is, I always see the landscape this way. Yeah, I have. I've always seen the landscape this way. There's been times when I've been forced to not conform to my thoughts on it. But now I'm at this point where I work at Murphy's producing magic products for them. And they're my passion projects that are things that are bigger than me that I just couldn't just create and teach. And then I have my channel, which is this community with all of you, which is my hobby, which is my passion, which I just do for the love for all of you. And that's why these donations help so much in the super chats, because they keep it going, literally. Somebody's name of company pronounced says, when do we wait to get the index by me and Javier? It's, again, hopefully like 2 months at least. And then back up here, the church roof has officially been fixed. What have I missed? Second one without mine. Nice, yeah. If we reach 75 likes, Lloyd has to share my original video. Is that the video of me in my bedroom with doing the visual AF ambitious card? I will share it if I have to. If we get to send... Oh, no, actually, no, I won't share that. Oh, I'll share a little bit of it. Okay, I'm trying to catch up with these comments. Tack Time says, the one-handed version was so much more deceptive. It looks so smooth. Yeah, that's with the visual AF rise. Yep, I think it is. But you have to use a fresh deck to do it that way. So, Craig Mc70 says, love your channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, Craig, man. Thank you. Darcy Zhang says, how do you introduce a deck of cards, or how do you justify having a deck of cards? I don't justify it because when I say to someone, I tell people I create magic or I do magic, like not I'm a magician, but by that my tool is playing cards. So if they say show me some magic, I'll say okay. Obviously I've got cards with me. Because I've just told them I do magic. So I don't have to justify it at all, because I've just told them that I do magic. But the other thing that I can do is, this is a weird one, but I've designed my own decks. So when I tell people like I create magic, they say, oh, what do you mean? I say, well, I like design playing cards and things. And they go, oh my God, do you have any like decks of cards you designed? And I can just go, actually, I have these, which has been helpful in the past. But yeah, once I tell them I do magic, I don't need to justify the deck because I just told them what I do. So if you ever struggle with justifying cards, like go for that route. Stu Batman says, that's amazing. You were 15 when you created that. Yeah, thanks. A bunch of my creations I came up with when I was 15. I don't know what happened when I was 15, but I had like a bunch of my best stuff came from when I was that young. Chris James Magic says, so I posted a video of the gimmick I made from the card box tutorial. People went nuts and wanted to know where to buy it. Loved sharing that it was free. Wow, yeah. And dude, also, somebody thinks that your video was played in reverse because you made the card appear on the box. And I just thought you did it normally, but did you do it in reverse or not? Either way, if it was reversed, it fooled me. And if you didn't do it in reverse, it was even more crazy. And if anyone wants to see that video, could you put your social media link in the description? So look out for Chris James Magic's social media link in the description to see the video that I'm talking about. But he shared his handling of the deck switch box. And he did it completely opposite to me. And it looked amazing. Like, kind of wish I'd done it in the video. Alex Kilpatrick says, to Darcy Zhang, you just have a deck of cards on you. I wouldn't be much of a magician if I didn't. Yeah, that's a great shout. Yeah, if I didn't, I have a deck. I would, yeah, perfect. So I'm at the point now where people are saying, that was cool. I don't know, because it's so far back in the chat, I don't know what was cool. Brent Griffin says, Lloyd, I want to know the magic of how you got ripped and lost weight. You look great. I wouldn't say I'm ripped yet, man. Basically, I stopped drinking alcohol and started running and going to the gym. I also started eating a lot less. The first few months, I was eating, this isn't healthy, but I was eating between 800 and 1200 calories a day maximum, just to sort of shock my body. So coming up on 10 months sober. Father's Day, I did have pizza today and everything else. But yeah, cutting out alcohol was a big one. And then a lot of exercise. I love to run now. I go to the gym 4 days a week and I run on off days. And every day at the gym, like I do a mile sprint either end of my workout. And then just trying to eat better. Take a tea, of course, that's a cool move, especially if the move made by a 16-year-old kid. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Okay, all right, you guys are all saying cool to the visual card rise. Cool. All right. Do I know any one-hand double lifts from big hands? I do know them, but I can't teach. Sorry, someone from South Africa. Stephen Devon Rue from South Africa. Hello. I do know one-handed double lift, or the makings of one, but I can't teach it. It's not mine, so I'll show it to you, and you guys should hopefully be able to figure it out or take from it. Well, there's two, right? There's this one where you can just, let me do this again. It's kind of a sticky deck. So you can do this. Let me stand up. So there's this where you can flip it over, right? I think that was a triple actually. And then there's also this one which is similar, but it's a one-fingered double lift, which I think is beautiful. Because look how open and fair this looks. Let me point this camera down. Here. So watch. Look, I'm just going to turn over this top card. And actually, it was a double. But it just looks so fair. All those cards just like flail around. It's a double. So, just see how it moves on its own. It's actually a double. So it's a great thing. Craig McSeven, says, your gimmicks and channel is too amazing. You're too creative, brother. Oh man, thank you so much. I wouldn't say I'm creative. I'm playful and I just spew it all out onto camera and some of it happens to look cool. Alex Bow says, what is DEX? DEX is DEX, and it's my pocket index, which is, we think, is the fastest slimline full deck index in the world that uses a regular deck of cards. Tigger T says, wow, this is crazy. I would usually be at work, but my mom won't let me go today because someone was murdered just in the corner of my workplace. Blimey, mate, please be careful in your local area. And I hope everyone's all right, apart from, they're not. Well. The Glubic says, what's your favourite thing to do without cards or coins? So many things. Depends on who I'm talking to. Is it a child? Is it my kid? Is it... it depends on what their interests are and what I have to hand and where I am. More often than not, if I don't have cards and I don't have coins or I don't have rubber bands, I'll probably do Cognito. Because it's on my phone. I'm never anywhere without my phone. I have them think. I'll do the star sign reveal from there, and play off that a little bit. Or on their phone, I'll do an impromptu toxic force, and try to reveal it with a bill. I can just quickly grab a bill and write it down and memorize the serial number, and then put it in their phone as I open it up. Those are the things I would normally try to do. Cool Card Trick says, still doing the pay and subscribe channel, Lloyd. I am still toying with, I know, what was it, 70% of over 70% of you guys wanted me to open up the memberships. I have filmed 2 videos for the membership. One of them, it's the thing that I created when I was 16. Probably one of my most proudest creations. I don't want to say what it is. It's so wild, and it fools every single person I've ever shown it to. Okay, that's such a big phrase, because now I've overhyped it. But I'm gonna keep it for the memberships if I open it up. I just can't decide. I know like 70% of us last week wanted it. I still can't make my mind up on what to do. So I don't know. Maybe I need convincing. And I'm not saying this to get interaction. I genuinely need my arm twisted. I filmed tutorials for it. I filmed 2 so far. I was gonna open it with 10 if I did. put a, let me see, what emojis exist? What emojis are there? If you want the tutorials, put a, let me see, what cool tutorials? Put a devil emoji in the chat if you want me to open up the memberships. If you genuinely want me to open up the memberships, put the devil emoji in the chat. I just can't, like, convince myself to go for it, because it's taking on even more stuff. I have a full-time position at Murphy's, and I do YouTube on the side, so it'd be a big commitment. And you can tell I don't miss my schedules. I stick to it. So by opening up the memberships, I'm going to be taking on a lot more. And you know that I do not let you guys down. So I just need some convincing before I just throw myself at it, really. Alex Kilpatrick says, Sunday service logo, pencil outline drawing of a church with praise the Lloyd making the windows. Oh God, if anyone can do design and they make a dope logo or thing, even if it says praise the Lloyd, I'll do it. And Chris James says, Andrew, Boombox, buy it, guys. Yeah, Boombox is so sick by Andrew Niner. You guys got to go to Penguin, pick it up. Boombox. Such a fantastic box to switch objects. And Craig Petty has some incredible routines put with him. Pando says, hello, Pando. Dave Christmas says, what amount of subscribers now, Lloyd? I don't know. I think I'm only on 22k still. So I don't think we're going to hit that 50k in a week, but who knows what can happen. New Maxim release forecast is still hoping for before the end of this month. Alex Bow, I think you need to get Craig to teach your wife a trick so she can do a fool him on you. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, Craig knows Kaylee. He can totally teach. He's going to have to fool her though. Marcus Rose, my friend Marcus from my hometown. Marcus, boy. The Magic community was the Bay in 2010. Oh God, I don't remember 2010. It was mainly drunk with you. Sato Silva says, do you still feel that CGI, camera-assisted computer edited magic, is helping or ruining the Magic community? I don't think it's magic. I don't think it's in the same sphere. If somebody uses computer editing or CGI, it's not magic. It's not the same thing. I just hope people, I don't think it ruins it, because people, what they see on screen compared to when they see magic in real life, you can fool people with just a simple false transfer in real life. And they think they see the coin go, because they don't get that chance to rewind it and pause it and try and study it over and over. So it doesn't hurt it so much, because people will still freak out to magic in the real world. It's just, I don't consider people who do CGI magic magicians, because they're not, Alex Kilpatrick, question, when will the YouTube membership start? Well, see how far back I have in the comments. Let me go and catch up. Devil emojis. Oh my God, there's so many devil emojis. Literally. Oh no. Do you know how much time I have to put into this if you make me do this? Okay, where am I? So, thanks for answering my question earlier. Marcus caught me off guard. Drew says, do you think you can put a single video together with all of your band tricks and how to do them? I could. It could be. I was thinking if I do a membership, I would do focused videos in there. So, an entire 2-hour video on any card any number, entire videos on tournament resort cards, entire videos on rubber band magic and things. And this is an idea from Kavan Booth. I got on a Skype call. He was a Zoom call. He was so kind, and he gave me so many ideas and pieces of advice for a membership. And that's one of the things I would do is like focus videos. And actually, guys, put some eyes emojis in the chat to let me know if that's actually the kind of thing you would want to see from me. Would you want to see like lots of little tutorials, or like longer focused, like an entire 2 hours on the ACAN, 2 hours on TNRs, 2 hours on rubber bands and things? If you would, then I can definitely consider. Well, then it helps me sort of form the content for the membership to what you guys want. So put eye emojis if you want long form videos, compilations of lots of tricks in the same plot. Oh, Abraxas is... Oh, sorry. Miko Luco says, hi, Lloyd. Do you know mentalist Peter Poscaparta? I don't. Sorry, man. Abraxas, yo, my sexy mofo just tuned in from the caravan. Come away for a few days. Quick question. Who came first, me or you? Me. Brazen Magic. By the way, Abraxas, guys, is the guy who designed the Abraxas Resurrection deck, which which I stupidly didn't put in my top 5 because I couldn't find it, is the designer of that deck, and he's incredibly talented. And go and get your hands on something, because you've seen how many videos I use them in. I love them. Brazen says, Lloyd's reverse engineering of Greg Wilson's approach. Gems. Brazen says, man, like the Abraxas in the house. What's good, brother? Cool Carter says, I would wear it, bud. Cito says, I think I've started a movement with the catchline, praise the Lloyd. You have, and I hate you for it. I don't. I love you. I love it and hate you. Take a tea. That's really cool of you, Stu Batman. What have I missed from Batman Stu? That was everyone saying it's cool of you. I've missed it. I hope I haven't. Oh, just when I was talking about the butterfly deck? Yeah, super cool of Stu to send me those as a gift, like beyond ridiculous. Danny Parker says, almost like the clip shift. This is going back to the CPR change. Yes, I need to catch up on the chat. I'll try and go through the chat quickly to get up to date. How does that sound? And if I miss your question, it's really important, then put it back in the chat at the bottom. But I'm going to try and go through these quick, right? Lloyd can affordably have a slightly bigger ego, but praise the Lloyd is... don't agree with that, Stu. Ways to use Gamble a Cop. If you want me to answer that for sure, like I'll answer that again. I'm going to try and race through these questions to get up to date. Thanks so much for showing the CPR change. No worries, Gabriel. I hope it helped. Stu says, have you thought about starting a Patreon? 100% will join. I have, but I've also thought it would just be easier to do the membership through YouTube. And I asked last week, and people voted more in favor for YouTube. But there's pros and cons for both. So again, as much information and help would be needed on that for me would be helpful. Alex Bow, do you have any tricks with a watch? Also, what bands you use again? I use size 19 latex-free rubber bands from a company called Allianz, I think they are. And I don't do any watch magic. I used to do the Turner watch a lot. It's fantastic. I love how you nonchalantly finish the joke. Alex Patrick, Sunday service logo update. Have the door ajar with a cartoony ace of clubs peeking out to use as a reveal. I do like the door ajar thing. I like the minimal door ajar. I was thinking of having it as a tattoo, like the door ajar in the arm, and that could be cool, like what you're saying there, Alex, for the Sunday service logo. I like where this is going, guys. Okay, hold on. We have a logo submission from King OK. Oh, I gotta show you guys. Okay. I'm not laughing at your artwork. I think it's a good logo. I was thinking something. So my idea for the logo is something like that. It's kind of cool that can be used, that I would wear and it would go unnoticed as like, it would kind of look like this, This is what King OK has said. It's amazing. Praise the Lloyd. Sunday service. You absolute legend. Thank you, man. Stu Batman says, was the Sinners the first deck you created? No, it was the second or third or fourth, but the second one I had printed. I designed the deck, showed it to Alan Rorison. Alan said he loved the design. Could he put his name on it? I said yes, and they became a thing. Dylan Stewart, really enjoying your shift and focus on YouTube tutorials, these tutorials. Thanks, man. I just wanted to find out if I'm allowed to use footage of me performing Lux for a short documentary. Absolutely, yeah, go for it, man. I'd be honoured if you did that. With Magic Shop, which magic shop in this fair land do you think is the best one to go to when buying stuff? Any shop that stocks Murphy's things, man. But I love the Prop Dog guys. Obviously, Prop Dog are great. Penguin are great. Vanishing do great work. To be honest, there's not many magic shops under the sun that I wouldn't shop at. I mean, don't go to Hank Lee because I think he's in prison. And I wouldn't shop at any the company I used to work at, But yeah, there's so many good magic shops. Just try and support the ones that are local to you. Keep those brick and mortars going if I could, if you can. Good luck at the gig, Jordan. My voice, what's going on with it? Oh no, good luck at Poker Night. I think you said go to a gig. Brazen Magic, although you have items on the horizon of release, have you had any epiphanies for something in the early stages of production? Yeah, plenty of products. I'm always like 5 or 6. I don't want to say products, they're projects. They're things that I want for myself to use. So those ideas are always coming. This one really exciting one, which I hope it comes through quicker sooner than later, but it's a big one. Big one. David M says, I'd be all over a Lloyd Barnes membership site. Richie Flo says, do you have a list of common EDC that spectators may carry for like an impromptu situation? I don't have a list written down specifically, but I do have like a mental list in my head of things that I will use if I see it. But really, like we showed earlier, bills you can get hold of. You can always get a straw. You can always get a straw. There's so much magic you can do with a straw. I'll keep rubber bands on me, but I don't often find myself in a situation where I can't at least ask for a rubber band or even a hair bobble from a girl. Of course, my phone is always on me and their phone is always on them, so that's always a really handy one. And just things like coins, being able to do the coin on the back of the hand, coin on shoulder, coin on watch. Greg Wilson has a really beautiful copper silver that uses just one extra coin. So if they have a copper and a silver coin, you just have one of them matching. You've got a great strong team there. So that's kind of stuff I'll do. And then things like simple predictions and being able to do some propless mentalism like Pete Turner or Olivia Bose's propless star sign reveals. That's the sort of stuff that I just sort of keep in my semi-conscious of EDC things that I know that I can get away with doing. I hope that answers the question. I know it wasn't too specific as an answer, but that's kind of where my head's at with EDC. Alexander asks, when will the index come out? A couple of months, maybe 2 months. So many devil things. Drew, hi Lloyd, I have to go. My son made it to Africa where he was deployed. Wow, man, tell your son good luck, man. I hope he comes back safe. Send big love to him from all of us here at Lloyd Barnes' channel. That feels weird to say, at the Sunday service. One day I'll be able to do a double lift. I have tried, and sometimes it is 2 cards, usually 3 or 4 cards. You know what, Drew? If if you happen to do a 3-card double lift, then there is still hope for you. If you're trying to do a double and you accidentally get 3, like we talked about last week, if you pick up a card but there's accidentally 3 there, use it to your advantage. Okay, so anytime you make a mistake, try and play to it. If you show 3 cards, but you've gone to take a double, but it's accidentally 3. Say, look, here's the top card. I'll place it in the middle. I'll even place the second card in the middle, so you know it's really buried in there. It's definitely not on top, and then show it. So instead of using it as a fail, use it as a success because it's even more convincing. Take a tea. Just take people's money, Lloyd. They want to give it to you. I feel weird taking people's money, honestly. I know I sell magic products, but I don't make money off them. I earn monthly from Murphy's as just a salary. And I do all this for a hobby, like just for free for you guys. So the whole membership thing is like kind of conflicts entirely with this whole concept. But I know you want it, so it's all over the shop. Chicken Lixin says hi. Harsh Nahata, favorite magic apps: Cognito, Maxim, and favorite magic apps that are not mine: Digital Force Bag. I've had some, of course, Mark Kirstein's apps, but there's just so many to choose from. But I love Wikitest, obviously. And what else have I been playing with recently? Those are the ones that I love at the minute. Jeez says, what about black art magic? Well, I created Acme Hole, which uses black art. And I found out that not a lot of people realized that was my trick, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I do a lot of stuff with that. It's a whole different topic, really, black art magic. I have to get into a different time, I think. David P says, do I do much body magic? I have hypermobility, so I can do the hand twist 360 for real, which is always fun to blur the lines. Wow, I wish I could do body magic, but I can't even get Nick Lawrence's pinky thing down, and I've always wanted to do that because people kill with it. I see the reactions it gets. I just suck at it, but I'd love to do it. Alex Bow says, would I ever make YouTube my full-time job? I mean, I would if it was like if it was guaranteed that I would always be earning more than working for Murphy's. But I really love this as my hobby right now. It just depends how well it does, but I don't think it's ever gonna happen. It would be incredible if it did, but I think even considering it would be too out there for me. Okay, here's all the emoji eyes. The emoji eyes. the eyes. So all of you guys seem to love this concept of doing long form videos on like A-cams, rubber band stuff. Stu Batman says Resurrected Deck is amazing. Agreed. Fiddlin' Johnny, there he is. How you doing, man? So sorry I'm late for service. Good morning, Pastor Barnes. Well, good morning, altar boy Johnny. You are late for service. Please repent by dropping sad emojis into the window. Eddie, I've thought about creating memberships on my main YouTube channel, not this one. I decided against it. I wasn't confident that I could keep up creating the content. Yeah, so I'm confident in the creative side, not in an egotistical way. I'm always confident that I can create new material. I'm unconfident whether... it's not so much I'm unconfident, it's about the time management. I don't slack. You guys see that I do not miss schedule. So it's a big taking on, and it would have to be worth my time to do that, basically. And you know that I don't do this for money, so it's a real conflict for me. So I know how much you guys want it. I'm just there with it. Darcy Zhang says best card to impossible location. Kieran Johnson has a great torn card to Kit Kat or chocolate bar, candy bar. Also Daniel Madison's Angle Zero is fantastic. I have a really, really incredible way to absolutely layman up with Angle Zero. It's a way to do it with a signed card, and part of the signature is on the Angle Zero piece that reappears wherever, and when they match it up, it's literally on their card. I don't know if I have taught it on you, but it's like not often my stuff I like get hyped on, but it's one of those things that I love. Magic Unlimited, I just wanted you to know that you actually inspired me to create my own magic gimmick ideas, my own videos. Dude, that is awesome. Congratulations. And that's all you got to do is just start doing it, have a crack at it, and you realize that people like say like, oh, you know, what you do I could never do. You guys can, and you probably end up being better than me. Like I just have a crack at it, and it turns out, man, congratulations. I'm so proud of you for doing it. Well done, man. I'll come and check out some videos as well. Is that people saying brilliant, fantastic about the logo? Creative Talk says, hi, love from Kerala. Man, is that in India? I've never been to Kerala, but I've heard good things. I've been to India, but not Kerala. King OK says, my approach was your face everywhere. All right, everyone's saying, hey, Johnny, what's going up? What's going on? I'm so glad you tuned in today, Fiddling Johnny. Everyone loves the logo. Yao Santos said, I found your videos 2 days ago. Can't stop watching. Great, man. Thank you for tuning in. Like, amazing. How did you find the videos? I need to like get more people to see them somehow. I've actually created 2 of your gimmicks already and just changed them up a bit. Oh, wow. Go for it. Yeah, that sounds... Yeah, get creative with everything I show. All right. David Teamroth says, Darcy saying, for what it's worth, I've had a good experience with slicing open the bottom of a sealed deck, reversing a card, gluing the case back together, and then forcing the card in the same way. Bit of work, though. That's a great effect. Yeah, that is a strong trick. You could even just force a card with a crosscut force as well. Oh, good point. Alex Kilpatrick says, to Drew, there's a lesson with like 10 double lifts on the Netrix. Great shout. There's a link to the Netrix in my description, I think, as well, if anyone wants to sign up to it. Magic Barvik says, say about the 52 cards index, love from India. Yeah, I've talked about it already on the stream, so you guys can go back and check it out. Anne 5001. Hey, Lloyd, thanks for the help the other night, helping me find where to buy your cap. Oh, okay, no worries, man. Did you see my last message regarding the effect I came up with? I haven't seen it yet. It was kind of crazy that I actually... Your message came in on my phone and I managed to reply to you. Normally I get messages like bing, bing, and I just because I have time with my wife, away from Murphy's and doing my YouTube stuff, I don't normally get a lot of time to reply. So it was like perfect timing. But I will try and catch up and see the effect you created. Cool card tricks made easy. Behind the lamp in the background, there's a big empty space to airbrush. Praise the Lloyd. It will look cool. Okay, so who's going to design this Praise the Lloyd logo? All right, seriously. Answers to the email admin@lloydbarnes.co.uk. Just keep in mind, I like the designs to kind of look... King OK made a cracking design, but I want it to look cool. Like, I want it to look like pretty dope. And if you guys can do that, then we'll look into making it, we'll look into using it as the Sunday service official design. And by the way, just as we keep going on, because we're coming to the end, I want to say thank you to all of you for tuning in. This is bizarre that these Sunday services work so well, and there's so much interaction. But also a special thanks to all the super chats. We're over $100 in super chats. I never asked for any money for doing these things. This is entirely done for the love, for the community, for all of us, especially on a day like Father's Day, which I know is tough. I've actually come away from my son for 2 hours to be here because I know not all of us can celebrate Father's Day this year. So thank you to all of you. Those super chats make the things like this happen for us. And yeah, I should love you all. I want to say thank you. But I'll finish off some comments before we head off. I just wanted to just really quickly say that. This is so crazy. Fiddling Johnny put the little angel emoji. Yao Santos says, I'm starting on Magic recently. This video helps lots, so thank you so much. Oh, you're very welcome, man. Cito Silva, question for Lloyd. Do you have any tips you can give on the Classic Force? It has never quite worked for me. I don't, because I don't do it, ever. I never, ever do the Classic Force. It's so rare if I do. The only tip that I know is that you should practice the Classic Force when you're not forcing a card. So whenever you're going to have someone pick a card, for like an ambitious card that they can sign, just try and force whatever card is on top and use those opportunities to practice your Classic Force. That's the best info I have. The email is admin. I'll type it in the window real quick for you, Andrew. admin@lloydbarnes.co.uk. And by the way, if anyone is going to send in designs, don't get offended if I'm not a fan of it. I am a little bit picky, so because I've done design at uni and things. So just don't be offended if we don't go for it. But we'll have a community vote. But I trust you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. Okay, 3 a.m. in Japan. Eddie, you're in Japan? Whoa! Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the show, man. I hope I'm not going to make you late for work in the morning, dude. Gabrielle says, Lloyd, you inspire me so much to create my own ideas. Much love and respect. Yeah, dude. Creating ideas, once you've just dipped your toes in the sea of inspiration for a creation, then you find that it's not like there's not some sort of mythical aura to people who create. It's kind of, we just play and see. And the main thing with creating is coming up with a core concept, like the bit that happens, like the change, right? Say it's going to be like a card that just changes. Coming up with that bit. The real the rest of it is like adding in the bookends, like, how to start the routine, how to end clean, when do you do the switch? And most of that stuff is just, it's all been done already, and it's putting the right notes in place. The creative bit is just finding the tune that works, the little gimmick that hasn't been done before. But that's the main part. The rest of it just sort of you have to just put the bookends together by looking in the right places for stuff that already exists. So creating isn't really this difficult, unobtainable thing. It's more about just focusing on the bit which is the magic part, and then finding things and putting the blocks in the right place, the blocks that already exist. Animated Art says, Lloyd, what is your opinion on the 51 Faces North effect by Stuart James? It's an amazing effect, but I think it leaves itself open to being... It's so tricky because, right, with the 51 Faces North, if I've got it right in my head, it's the trick where the spectator names a card or thinks of a card. They take the deck, they deal every card face up, so boom, boom, onto a table. One card they deal face down, and they deal the rest face up. Then they spread through, and the one face down card is the card they named. it's a really nice trick, but it feels like there's so much fluff on there. When they look back, I always feel like the spectator could go, well, couldn't I have just taken that card? Like, if they were thinking of, say, like they said, name the 4 of spades, then just touch one card, that's the 4 of spades. There was no need to go through all that process. And I think adding all that process in, for the spectator, they could just go, why did he do all that? Like, was he hiding something? I don't know. It's one of those effects which, like the routine collectors never really like did it for me. JC Kajar or Kajar says, I asked this question on one of your previous videos. Where do you get thin magnets from to set up your card box gimmicks? I have an Amazon store, and there's links in my descriptions as well in the same videos that links to the super thin magnets. But basically I got them off Amazon Prime, and they're not special. I searched for like 0.4 millimeter neodymium magnets. And I only searched for 0.4 because I couldn't find any 0.3s or 2s or 1s. So I just used Amazon Prime. Let me try and find where I am. That's my idea. I'll design it for you. Oh, hell yeah, Cedar Silver. Stu Batman, have you ever had any tricks or ideas stolen or someone else beat you to it, releasing the same trick or very similar that you were not able to use a trick? Happened to me a bunch of times. I've had tricks stolen. I've had tricks beaten to the punch. So one off the top of my head was I had the blind man's bill change stolen, and somebody put it on Penguin and literally just completely ripped it off. And luckily the Penguin guys were amazing. They took it down straight away. There was, I won't name who the company is, but a certain company, you know my gaff deck, they took direct, because it's quite a unique gaff deck. There's nothing like the gaffs in that deck. There's nothing like it in the world, and I can say that confidently because I went through every gaff deck in research, and you can see Magic Orthodoxy's video. He rated the core gaff deck top out of all 16 major gaff decks, and there's one gaff deck that literally took like a handful of those gaff designs and just placed them straight in their deck. So that happened to me. One unfortunate incident of independent creation was there's a trick by Kayla Morelli called Odyssey with the ring, not transit, and neither of us knew about each other's, and I had a full run of units ready to be released, and he put his out with Theory 11, completely independent. Neither of us knew of each other's, and ironically, I was showing mine at Blackpool like the year before. He had obviously been showing his people, I assume, and his dropped like literally like 2 or 3 days before mine, which is a shame, but it happens. That was complete. There was no malice with that one at all. And what else? There's been so many. But yeah, it happens. Let me see. Andrew Niner has sent a photo. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like the start of this, Andrew. I kind of like that, man. I like where it's going. I'm not a fan of the cross, the Christian cross at the top, just because I'm not religious. But I like that style. I kind of like where it's going. Maybe we could put some like secret symbolism in there. Good thinking, Andrew. Alex Kilpatrick. I have an unhanded trick where the spectator picks a card and boxes the deck, then reveals their card by drawing a picture and erasing it. Then the cards are dumped out and their card is now a blank facer. That's very cool. That's interesting. I kind of can't figure out how you do that. Would they put their card in like face up into that deck? Say, look, you take your card out, you'll put it face up, and then when they pull it back out, that face up card is now blank, as well as not there. Is that how it would go? Take it to you went from denial to acceptance for the praise the Lloyd. Slogan. Yao Santos, thanks Brazen. Okay, Sunday service was amazing today. Thanks. Happy Father's Day. Thank you. Happy Father's Day to you and to all the other guys out there who fathers this year. Happy Father's Day, everyone. Oh God, no, King OK says we're at 77 likes, so where is the original ambition video? Alright. Okay. Alright, I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna show you the original visual AF ambitious video, and it's me in my pajamas. I'm doing this for you. Ugh. Alright, okay. So look, I'm on my YouTube app. It's a private or unlisted video, and sort by how do I sort by old? Okay, alright, okay. Look, this is me scrolling back all the way through. I'm doing it right now. So long ago. Why do you have to remind us of that as well? Darcy Zhang says, what's your cards opener? My card opener is, I do a version of 2-card Monty with the named card. So there's 2-card Monty, but instead of it being like 2 aces to queens, they end with 2 cards in their hand, but I basically have them name 2 random cards, and the 2 cards that they name are the ones that are in their hands. Okay, I'm close to this video now in my files. Look at this. All right, let me watch this video once through to make sure that there's nothing embarrassing in there, but I'm gonna actually show it, so you're welcome. Skip ad. I'm not even gonna watch it. There's no striped pajamas in this bit. Got this shine on my bed. Oh, that's the one-handed part where it comes all the way up as well. I forgot to show you guys that. But this video was, so look, 10 years ago. But I would have been, so this is after I created it, so I would have been 23 then. Oh, this is the video of me explaining it to someone in my bed. My blanket. But yeah, so that's gross. So I'm a man of my word. That wasn't the one of me in my pajamas though. I was in bed, so kind of. Okay. Oh, don't start with that, Cito. Father Lloyd on Father's Day. No, don't even start. Don't call me Father Lloyd. I don't want that. How many of the designs will just be sheep? Thanks, David. Peace. Love you. Stu Batman said, my name is Stuart James. Please tell me you're not a Stuart James that created 51 Faces North. If you are, then I love the routine and I have nothing wrong to say about it. I'm sorry, I take it all back. John Middleton said, Lloyd, check the link on your Amazon description for Invisible Thread. It comes up as a laptop. Yeah, I needed to change that one. Someone said about that. Yeah, because someone asked me to put the links for the Mac that I use and the camera that I used, and I'm not too good at this tech stuff. I need someone to manage my account. Can you do Thread by Wayne Hoochin? Nope, never done it. But it's never interested me. It's not my type of magic. I don't do geek magic. It's not. No, you're not a geek for doing it. It's the phrase is geek magic when it's like all like body and gross sort of things. Such a shame people have to take other people's ideas and products. Yeah, it happens. It happens, man. Alex Bow, just want to pass on a big thank you to your wife. She's amazing. I know how hard it is to look after children, and it's great she gives you all this time to help us all out. Dude, yeah, man. Nail, head, to like allow me to do this, and like it's hard for her, I think, because I have hyper focus, and I'm a creative, so there's times when I just can't snap out of a zone that I'm in, which can be really frustrating, I think. And with a child as well, a young toddler, it can be really difficult sometimes. But she understands that, and she gives me the space to do that. And I don't think I could be where I am in my career. Well, I know I couldn't. So, and thanks for noticing that, man, because I'll tell her that you said that, because it does mean the world to her when people give her a shout out, because she puts in more than half the work that I do. Cito Silva, Lloyd, would you consider having hidden magic reveals embedded into your clothing? Absolutely. I have them hidden in my tattoos, like this, and some other ones. Yeah, I would definitely consider them in my clothing. I have this Your Card King of Clubs ambergram tattoo. It's mine. I own this design. I don't want other people to have it, but so I would probably want a different one on a t-shirt. But I don't mind other things, a bunch of different things, like those those lines when you tilt it on your phone, it says a word. It could be something like that on a t-shirt where you tilt it and it changes slightly, whatever. But I'm very conscious of being cheesy. I'd like it to be styled, not just the flat out reveal. Dave Christmas, Lloyd, can you WhatsApp me? Or can you WhatsApp me, Lloyd? If you really want me to. I am the world's worst texter. Anyone knows me. There would be no point in trying to have a text conversation with me. My inbox is pointless. I've got texts from Paul Harris, literally, that I haven't replied to. Okay, so DS says, do you have any routines that you use matches for? I don't. I do. It's on my channel. It's. I don't have a match to show you, but I do like a version of Crazy Man's with a match where the match visually melts through the strands like in slow motion. But I posted the tutorial on my channel, so you can go and check that out. Okay, maybe just make it public so it's easier to see. Yeah, no way. Tickety, if you don't like Father Lloyd, how about Daddy Lloyd or Papa Lloyd? Papa Lloyd's all right. Daddy Lloyd sounds too weird. but Papa Lloyd is okay. Daddy Lloyd with the magic hand. All right, Alex, let's cut that out now. I'm gonna not be allowed to take my own kid to school because they're gonna need to put a radius up around it for me. If we start saying here comes Daddy Lloyd with the magic hands. DS is also my girlfriend loves watch. Oh, DS, do you have any routines? Yeah, man. Okay. Also, my girlfriend loves watching your videos with your wife in them. I normally wait to watch with them. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. That's cool, actually. That's cool to know. There's some women watching the videos too, for my wife's sake, because otherwise it's just a massive she's got 10,000 blokes watching her. Vic C says, can you drop a video with some of your invisible thread or invisible elastic thread hookup ideas? I don't do any hookup stuff with invisible thread. I don't do any invisible thread work. I make elastic thread gimmicks, but I don't do anything with hookups with it. So it would be a video of here's my 10 best hookups. I do want to start doing that. Steve Allen, what's your best magic tattoo? My best one. The one that I've got the craziest reactions for is the Your Card one, but for all the wrong reasons. People freak out when it says Your Card. They're like, that's amazing, it says Your Card. Because basically I have them, where is it? Did I shuffle this deck by accident? I totally shuffled this deck by accident. But I get someone to pick a card, where is it? The King of Clubs, anyway. I say, would you be impressed if your card was tattooed on my arm? And they go, yeah, I would. And I show them your card, and they're like, oh, haha. Oh, no, sorry. I always thought they would say, haha, with the your name tattoo. But they go, what? It's your card, which is not impressive. And then I say, no, the King of Clubs. And they go, oh, yeah, that's cool. But I have things like a Toxic Force reveal here for a really cool, thought-of superhero thing. I have the 52 King of Spades tattoo under my finger ring. But I don't know, yeah. But that's the one that's probably got me the most reactions. Cool card tricks, Smitty says, your wife is great, mate. Makes me laugh all the time when you do. You do get giggling and it starts me off. Yeah, we have so much fun filming those. I actually did think of an idea for this Thursday's one. Oh, yo, all right. Alex Kilpatrick, guys, drop some fire emojis. He's done it again. Another £10, another $10. We're officially over 100 British pounds. Thank you so much. You are a diamond. Thank you, man. Do you know what? Actually, she's going to get all the revenue from my YouTube. Because she's a full-time mum. And so she has no income. So actually, yeah, I do all the YouTube. Anything I get from YouTube actually does go to her. Thank you so much, man. Wow. I'm just like, what is going on today? Over £100 for a Sunday service. Thank you, man. Cool Carter says, you the daddy. A radio. Jake the Ace, Magician and Children Entertainer. I love watching your wife's reactions to your performances. Ah, thanks, man. Yeah, it's so much fun filming them, to be honest. Alex, mate. Legend. Stu Batman, do you have any plans to do videos where your wife does the tricks? Been showing my wife a few soft working tricks and she's loving it. Somebody suggested earlier getting Craig to teach Kaylee some effects and then having her perform them on me, which I would totally be down for. You've seen some of the videos where I teach her the effect and she has a go at it on me. And so you've seen that a bit, but yeah, she'd be down for it. She's a confident little bugger, so I'm guessing she'd be up for it. Tigger T says, if it helps any, I'm a woman. Sorry if I've called you man at all. I think I started watching your videos around the time you did pen through coin with your wife. Oh, awesome. Yeah, but yeah, how long was that? Oh, that was a really fun one. Yeah. I was excited to do that because I'd never showed a coin through pen or cigarette through coin before. It's one of those gimmicks there's certain things that I've just not shown her because I know at some point I want to perform it well. It's one of those things, and I remember shooting that and having such a blast with it. That was a while ago. Thank you for tuning in. Pando says, you have used loops, right? I have probably used loops 5 times in my life. If that, I'm not even sure if I've ever performed with loops. For real. See, now, loops I could try on the wife test, or fooler as we call it. But I don't know if she might see through that. I have to consider that because I have never. It depends. She might just say invisible thread, or she might be fooled by it. That would be great for Fooler though. Yeah, guys, you guys are all amazing. This chat is just next level. I can't believe we beat last week's super chat, and I can't believe. I just can't get over you all. Seto Silva asks, okay, I will put good money to good use. I will. We will. She will. Seto Silva, are you getting Christian Grace onto the stream in the near future? That's a great shout. I'll get Christian Grace on. I will get Christian Grace on if he'll do it. I'm pretty sure he'll do it. He's my boy. Great suggestion, because I've been thinking who can we get on. DS, that would be awesome. My girlfriend has been trying to learn alongside me. Yeah, I think it'd be... See, I'm going to teach Kaylee mnemoniker because being out in a situation where someone names a card and I could be like, Kale, name a number. Oh, Phil and Johnny, oh wow, I use loops all the time. I know, loops is like the one thing that I should use more of. But it's because I'd break them too easy. I remember having a pack of loops and breaking them, or putting some on my wrist and breaking them a couple of years ago. And I tend to have things that can be beaten up a lot. I love hard lasting gimmicks. Brazen says Kaylee is too smart for loops. Yeah, I think I'm not sure. I would hate to film an entire episode with her and then she could just get boom, it's that. KOK says, another idea for Fooler is the routine from Craig's forecast where you write a prediction of a number and a card. Yeah, I think she would. See, I went through forecasts the other day for Fooler, but I think I watched it and I thought, I know she knows all of these techniques. So I don't think I could get her with it. They're amazing routines. The entire project forecast, I got it there. It's incredible. But I know she would get that. I'm trying to think. Can I change it up a bit just to add an element? Can I add something just specifically to fool her that would not necessarily make it? Good suggestions. Phil and Johnny says Christian Grace is currently one of my favorite creators. Yeah, dude. Yeah, same here. Christian Grace just next level. He sent me an effect the other day, which I think is on his. Let me put this here, so you guys, if you want to, there's an effect. I think it's from his lecture with Ben Earl, right? Let me show you the link to it. How do I need to send you guys something. Okay, so this isn't me trying to sell you anything, right? But there's something on this link, which he showed me the effect of, and it's so incredible. I'm gonna do it on Fuller this week or next week, I think. But if any of you want to watch it before I do it, that's the link. Basically, somebody writes down any playing card on a billet, right? But before they do it, you place a card down on the table. And well, eventually, the card matches. But the method and the way it's done, it has to be the best version of this ever. Absolutely ever. And it's a massive magician fooler. It'd be very, 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 very hard for so many magicians to work it out. But if anyone wants to see it beforehand, it's on that link there. It's part of those 3 foolers. But yeah, it's so good. Jake the Ace Magician says, I did start to carry loops on my wrist and I always end up forgetting wearing them and then break them. Bloody hell, cool card tricks. What are you doing, mate? £20 super chat. Cool. Man, what is your name? Or unless you don't want to say it, but thank you so much. What is going on? Yeah, drop some fire emojis in the window. This is the craziest stream I've done in my entire life. I don't know how I can repay you all. I do not know how I can repay you all. But cool card tricks made easy. Thank you so much, mate. Wow. Thank you, guys. This is beyond. And now another one from Anne 5001. Another £20 super. Thank you so much. This is beyond a joke. I can't even. Wow. Thank you so much. Anne 5001. Cool card tricks made easy. You don't like. I've said it already, but it means so much to me and Kaylee, my wife. It like literally, well, yeah, it makes this possible. It literally makes this possible. Without you guys doing this stuff, that we wouldn't. Yeah, I loved you all. Thank you so much. It like literally means the world. Okay, I'll keep reading some questions, but Sean. Oh, Sean, yeah. Sorry, Sean, earlier it was you bought the hat, and it's me that I need to reply to you. Why is your name and... Oh, mind you, it's usernames, it's YouTube, isn't it? Dude, Sean, mate, thank you so much. Like, it's ridiculous. Thank you, dude. Bloody hell. Wow. All right, Kenneth Velasco says, how many fingers do you need with the index? Well, it's just... your hand. You don't need your pinky or your ring finger or your middle finger, but you need to palm it out. Fiddlin' Johnny says fire. Everyone's saying fire emojis, guys. You guys are absolute legends. Like, thank you so much. Bloody hell. Just keep being you from Brazen. Oh man, I love you guys. Said you've given us so much already. Is something right? When you have Christian Grace on, have him hook you up with buy one get one BOGO month coupon for your membership once that starts. Oh yeah, okay. Wait, Alex, how does that work? Buy one get one month coupon for your members once that. How does that work then, Alex? Because that sounds interesting. With her paying for the free tricks and knowledge. I've emailed you my number. All right, Dave. Thanks, mate. Honestly, I'll WhatsApp you, but please don't expect me to reply in any timely manner at all, because I'm terrible at it. Andrew Ryan says, here's the elastic for those asking. Bloody hell, guys. Hey, Lloyd, would you ever release a video on your own handling of the Classic Pass? Yeah, I would totally release a video of that. I actually filmed a video and canned it. I did film one. I wasn't happy with it, but I would totally do that. I would do it in the membership for sure, because I could do an entire 2 hour workshop on it. Alex Bow rolling onto a 3-hour session. Praise the Lloyd. Oh, this is not gonna. Why is praise the Lloyd a thing? Praise the Lloyd should not be a thing. All right. When will the index be revealed? Asked Pando. It will be revealed on as soon as we get the final manufactured version, probably. King OK says, "Hey Lloyd, you missed my other idea." Oh, okay. What is it? Tell me what it is. Takers 25 subscribers is coming, bro. Alex Capad. Okay. Oh, Alex. So you mean if people sign up to my membership, they get a month free with Christians? I don't know how that would happen or how that would work because he's on Gumroad and mine's on YouTube. So Matthew Brakeman says, "In Lloyd we trust." I don't mind that one as much. I don't know why, but that one doesn't feel... Praise the Lloyd makes me feel like I'm special and I'm not. I don't know. Is this a cult? Praise the Lloyd. PTL. Turn Praise the Lloyd into an ambergram reveal. Oh my god. PTL. I don't mind PTL because you could put that on a t-shirt, you could say it in the chat, and people wouldn't know what it means. You just have to be one of the community here to know that what it means. So I couldn't walk around having Praise the Lloyd on my own t-shirt. My mother-in-law bought me a t-shirt that says Lloyd the Legend, or I am the Lloyd is a legend. I was thinking, I just can't, and it's a gift. I can't bring myself to wear it. PTL could kind of work, phrasing. Oh, Sato Silva said, oh, right, okay, so it does work. So Sato says, Christian Craze has been doing a buy one, get one free, where if you buy a month from another fellow magician, you get a month free from him as well. It works great to grow. All right, I'm with you guys. Alex, Sato, I understand now. Well, I'm sure I could figure that. Well, I mean, I'm speaking on behalf of Christian here for a start, but if he's doing it already, then that could be pretty cool. Cito Silva says, perform to layman. PTL Sunday session t-shirts with a jack of clubs on the back. All right. Guys, you are proper making this a thing, aren't you? This could come together. This could genuinely work. I do like the Jack of Clubs reveal because we all know how to do the Jack of Clubs reveal. And maybe in the membership, we can do like a proper workshop on the Jack of Clubs Psych Force. Because I would speak to the people that need to be credited for it and see if they'd be comfortable with me teaching it privately and crediting them, obviously. But then putting that on a t-shirt, because I couldn't teach the Jack of Clubs Force on a public thing because it's other people's methods working in conjunction with mine. But I could absolutely, I think they'd be comfortable if I did it privately. PTL, perform to layman, but we all know it means praise the Lloyd. PTL, Sunday service hoodies and t-shirts with a Jack Clubs reveal hidden in it. All right, you are now, this is good. This is good. We're getting somewhere. Praise the Lloydsifer. In Lloyd PTL, in Lloyd we trust. By the way, this merch stuff, I get like nothing. Like I think I make, I don't know, a couple of dollars per thing. So this merch is not for me to profit from. It's the company handles it all. I'm doing this merch because you were asking for it. Like if I was to do my own merch properly, I would buy it all in bulk and do it. So just so you know that if you do this merch stuff, I'm not like profiting off it, or if I am, it's like literally nothing. But if you guys want it, can you quickly explain what the Jack of Clubs reveal is, Andrew Niner? Yeah, well, it's the Jack of Clubs Psych Force. I like the Lloydsifer. Is the Lloyd Suffer going to become a thing? Anything is possible, Papa Lloyd. Oh, God. You can change Craig's routine by using decks and blank face deck instead of stack deck. Oh, yeah, that would work. Membership challenge coin. Oh, my God. Click the name, number, and card, and then load the card from the index to the blank face deck, and her number and her card is the only printed card in the number. Yeah, but I can also do that routine going okay with the Jack of Clubs Psych Force. I like Lloyd Suffer. Can you create... Hi, Pappy. Hey, Pappy, Lloyd. Gabriel, man. Oh, right. Andrew, the Jack of Clubs Force is... So, it's hard because I can't do it on you now because it's a Psych Force. So, you know what card I'm trying to aim for. But essentially... oh, good evening, Groot. Essentially, and you guys were here a couple of weeks ago, and the past few times do it, you get like, even with magicians, it's like a 90% success rate. For laymen, it's through the roof. But basically, this is what you do to a layperson. But it does work for magicians because you guys can go back and see the chats where it actually hits. You say something, I'm going to ask you to create a playing card in a moment in your mind. But I don't want you to go for obvious choices because everyone thinks of the Ace of Spades, the Queen of Hearts, things like that. So you're going to create it from scratch, but you're going to make it difficult for me. So I want you to think of a random value of a playing card and avoid the obvious ones. Don't give it a suit just yet. Okay, so think of a random value. Again, avoid the obvious ones. And what I want you to do now, once you've got one locked in mind, is to change your mind. So if you're thinking of a number, change it to a picture card. And if you're thinking of a picture card, change it to a number card. And again, avoid the obvious choices. Now you have a new card in mind. You're going to give it a suit. So, like everyone knows, spades is the poker suit. Assign a suit to your card which you have no idea what it even means, or you think the least amount of people would go for, therefore it'd be the least obvious choice. So you now have a suit and a value in mind, or a court card in mind. That is now your card. And yeah, you can be pretty darn certain you're always going to hit the Jack of Clubs with that. So it uses a couple of things like Russ Andrew, like the springboard principle from Michael Murray, Russ Andrews numbers, force, and then my thing, the additions that I've made to it is making them go onto the Jack and force them, and the club suit force, which is something I created years ago. Yeah, so all that combines together, and you can psych force the Jack of Clubs quite a lot. So Erica Dvorak says, I'm late today and Lloyd became Lloyd Suffer. What's going on? Please go back through the... Right, Erica, whoever you are, nice to meet you. I am not calling myself Lloyd Suffer. Now people are trying to say that the Sunday service should have a tagline saying, praise the Lloyd, in Lloyd we trust, and Lloyd Suffer is my name. And everyone's trying to... If you are a designer, everyone's trying to design a logo for the Sunday service. And I am mortified. I am hugely embarrassed of anyone trying to make the slogan be praise the Lloyd. It's crazy. Cito Silva says, for Lloyd so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Lux, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Lloyd 360. Oh, the Sunday service is getting so crazy. What is actually happening? Okay, I think we should actually end this before we get too crazy. Yeah, how about Lloyd Cypher? Praise the Lloyd one too many times. Dr. Don's back. Dr. Don, you have missed so much. Everyone's now praising me. And it's Lloyd Cypher. I can't even start. Just missed the first 2 hours. Guess I'll be running for 2 more. No, we won't be running for 2 more. In fact, this whole praise the Lloyd thing means I'm going to finish soon. Can we get Lloyd to 20? Right. Dave Christmas and me, I've never met Dave in person before, I don't think. In the comments of the last video, the surprise video I put up yesterday, Dave reckons that by the 25th of June, which is a week yesterday, so next Saturday, I'm going to get to 25,000 subscribers. That's not going to happen. I'm at 22. It means I have to grow 3,000 subscribers in a week. It's not going to work. But Dave thinks it can happen. So we actually have a bet on. I'll send him a bunch of free gifts, a load of prizes in the mail if we get to 25k. I don't know how you guys think it's going to happen, but be my guest to attempt it. But if I win, then you have to send me a bunch of stuff. And that's the deal. Take a T, you guys are amazing. We are making a cult in less than 3 hours. The Pastor Papa Lloyd, Lloyd Safer, PTL, in Lloyd we trust for currency if we get to that. Oh my god. Before we get too crazy, says Alex. Yeah. Possible praise the Lloyd deck. Oh my god, don't even start me with a custom deck, because I do like the sound of a deck. Brazen says, imagine we chilled for another 3 hours, we would have a whole nation and government. Right, we're not having a nation and government of praise the Lloyd. I'm not your god. Do not trust in me. I'm an idiot. I once tried to order pizza from a Chinese restaurant. That's how stupid I am. Archbishop Barnes? No, absolutely not. In Lloyd we lux. Alright, random question number 2 from Dr. Don. Let's bring some normality back to this. What would it cost for you to never wear a hat again? Or always wear a hat? Probably not a lot. I don't care about wearing a hat or not. I just normally do it because I have bed hair. My hairline's not thinning or receding too much yet, although it probably will soon. So, I don't know. It'd probably be easier to keep the hat on because you never have a bad hair day. Word of the Lloyd, says Kenneth Velasco. Word of the Lloyd. Oh no. Alright, praise the Lloyd. Oh, Alex, no. Lloyd Vader. Right. What? This is going. Oh gosh. Alex, come back to it. An official Lloyd Barnes anything is possible deck, where anything / possible on the back makes it a visual stripper deck. Anything is possible deck. I quite like that. Why have I never thought of that? You guys, this is getting interesting. King OK says, tell your wife you created a cult. I didn't create this cult. You created this cult. This is mental. I didn't create this. DS says, I believe it. I'm not sure what that's in relation to. Gabriel Pereira. All right. Oh, yay, he be Lloyd, the Lord and Savior of our magical needs. Yay, he be great and awesome. Amen. Can I get a PTL? I'm actually losing my mind. What's going on? Can you make a video and have your wife react to the chat and this whole praise the Lloyd thing? I wonder what she'll think about it. I wonder if we can get her on next week. Or will it be too late in the evening? It might be too late in the evening because of the kid. Maybe I can get her on for an hour, though. Would you guys want to see Kaylee on here? Whoops, there goes my cherries into my squash. I'll send you your pasta outfit. I'm not wearing that. I look like a penguin. Brazen said, I'm getting on my soapbox and doing some missionary work. Flyers, megaphone, the whole shebang. Missionary work activated. Our magic instead of amen. It should be anamen instead of amen, shouldn't it? I am with Tigger T, says Villain Johnny, that your wife should react to the Sunday service. Oh, I think she'd be sick if she had to look at my face for another 3 hours. Although I will maybe show her as parts of it. Oh, yeah, I'll try to do it. It'll be tough. Pizza. Talk about stupid, says Stu. I asked the shopkeeper how much the penny sweets were. That's incredible. Take it, he says, Chinese food pizza sounds good to me. The new tradition food. Guys, could you imagine a pizza, but instead of tomato sauce, it had like Chinese barbecue sauce on it. And instead of like chicken and toppings, it was like the deep fried chicken and crispy beef that they do. Oh my god, that would be the best pizza ever. Lloyd of the Rings? I've been called a hobbit before, but Lloyd of the Rings is lit right. This has got to stop. In 10 minutes, we're stopping this stream in 10 minutes, all right? Because now we're at Lloyd of the Rings, and I know that I'm a hobbit as it is, right? So by 8 p.m. UK time, British summer time, this is the end of the stream. Lloyd of the Rings. Have more kids, your hair will go. Says Alex Bow. Oh, are we not here to talk about magic? I was here to show you guys card tricks and stuff. Now we're on about Lloyd of the Rings. Okay, in modern English, a cult is a social group that is defined by its unusual religious, spiritual, or philosophical beliefs and rituals, or its common interest in particular personality, object, or goal. Well, I suppose it's uncommon that we all like to learn magic on YouTube, as opposed to buying downloads or books and things, you know, and don't have a particular interest in this person being me, though. All right, so let me catch up. Where am I at? Scott says, I love the idea for the anything is possible deck. Yeah, me too. I totally love that. You said I totally created a cult with that tagline. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You should be. The Barnes Collective says Stu. Phil and Johnny says, hope you're doing well too. BF Media Entertainment. Hello, how are you, man? What have you all started? Yes, Andrew. DS, I believe you can hit 25k in a week. I don't, honestly, there's no way on earth I'm hitting 25k by next Saturday. I don't say that as like, oh, there's no way I'll hit 25k. Help. As in, analytically, there's no way to hit 25k by next week. Which is why I was so confident. I am so confident to have the competition with Dave Christmas. Because I fortunately can see the back end of my channel. So, unless some magic happens, I can't hit 25k by next week. So I've already won the contest, I think. Alex Kilpatrick has love for Kaylee. Lloyd should just hire me to match slogans for him. No, I don't like these slogans. Yeah, this is actually great. You're right, this has turned into a real cult. DS, do I do any finger exercises? I don't do finger exercises, but I'll just generally I have decks of cards in every room, so I will just grab a deck wherever I am and just... But I don't, this is not an exercise, but I've always, like, clicked my knuckles, but it's not like an exercise thing. I always do it when I wake up and things. I don't know if it helps at all or not. David P says, like any religion or cult, it'll split with different beliefs. Like one side thinks Lloyd uses non-latex bands and the other says he uses latex-free bands. 300-year war ensues. Chinese pizza would be an interesting dish to these. It would be banging though. Alright, so he just says, okay, no more Lloyd puns. We hear you loud and clear. Oh, no! We hear you loud and clear. That's amazing because you proper got me there. Oh, I heard a good joke last night watching Ryan Trahan's YouTube video. What do you call a pile of kittens? A mountain. Praise Sister Kaylee. Lloyd, didn't you put something out called the Papa Change? I did put something out called the Papa Change. I don't remember what that is, but I know I filmed it in Canada. I know Ramsey filmed it and edited it. But I don't remember what it was. Lloyd and clear. Does that mean Lloyd's kid is Jesus? Oh my God. Actually, they just walked through the door. Do you want to meet? Do you guys want to, as a special treat, do you guys want to meet Kaylee and Thomas on the live stream right now? As a thank you to you all. BF Media Entertainment. When is just Index System with Javier coming out? I'll be getting it soon. Hopefully like 2 months. So it's in production like now, finally. He needs 3k of us to do it. We can get him there. There's no way you're getting me to 25,000. There's 66 of us in the chat. If 6 of us bring 11 people in, the rest being 10, we'd only add 666 new subs. Yeah, there's just literally no way. That's what I mean. There's analytically no way of getting to 25,000. You want me to get Kaylee and Thomas in? Kaylee! Come here. Bring Thomas. You're on a live stream, though. Everyone wants to meet you. They've started a cult.
I look like rubbish.
It's all good. We've started... I say we. The tagline for the Sunday service is now Praise the Lloyd.
Oh, God.
I said, don't say that. They said, we hear you loud and clear.
Oh, no.
Your sister Kaylee. Yeah, and that makes, if you come around the light, that makes Thomas Jesus, someone said. All right, here they come. Are you guys excited?
Oh, my God, no. We're having a bit of a nightmare with this.
All right, the baby is teething, so...
Say hi to everybody on the screen. Ready?
Hi, everyone. You, Batman cape at the ready.
Oh, my God, I look awful.
Wait, do you want to sit on the chair?
No,
you
it's
can.
fine.
Hi, everyone. So I said we're going to get you on a Sunday session. They wanted to see your reaction to the cult that they've started.
Oh, gosh.
Sister Kaylee. praise Sister Kaylee.
Oh, God, please don't praise me.
Kaylee, meet PTL, which is Praise the Lloyd. Kaylee, is that the correct spelling? Yes, David M, it is. Oh, God, look at the chat.
No, it's not. It's missing a
Oh,
Y.
Lloyd, have mercy.
Oh.
Look how much money we made in the super chat, Kale. It's all going to you.
It's not going to me.
It all goes to you.
No.
Kale, it literally all goes to you.
It goes to him.
It actually doesn't.
He's now saying broom broom.
Sister Kaylee.
We're
Look,
sitting in front of this thing and he thinks we're going to put
everyone's
him on
saying
the broom
Sister
on.
Kaylee, hello. Sister Kaylee.
Hello. Praise be.
Wait there. Can you say praise be? Can you say praise the Lloyd?
Yeah, you praise Bob.
Can you say Sister Kaylee?
You can say Kaylee, we know that.
Yes, the Messiah.
Hello, everyone.
He's teething super bad. I got to dress him today. That's why he's wearing Batman. And I just wanted to say, everyone for this stream today, I said it was a Father's Day and not everyone has dads. And that's why it was important for you to let me do this and take him off us today. To give everyone time because not everyone can celebrate. So,
No, of course.
hello, everyone.
Come. Say bye to everybody. Say bye.
Simba.
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye. No, don't sing hymns.
Say bye-bye.
We've had enough of that.
Bye, everyone. I hope you had a great Father's Day.
Okay, don't let him fall.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, and also, what did you get for Father's Day, Dad?
Oh, I got... oh, no. Look at what you're doing to me.
I know. Look.
This is embarrassing, isn't it?
Look at your little socks.
He's got Hey Dougie socks on.
And so has Dad.
I'm going to fall.
Yeah.
What? Right, 3-hour Sunday service. You're all...
Bye, guys.
BF Media Entertainment has given a super chat of $1. Thank you so much.
Oh, dude.
Matthew Braitman says $20 for your family.
Oh, no, dude.
£159 on this Sunday service. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
can I turn
Oh,
it?
my goodness. Thank you so much, guys. That's ridiculous.
Best Sunday
I'm
service
so
ever.
glad
although-
you have a good time, Lloyd.
Yeah, somebody has to.
Yeah, exactly. Take him off my
I
hands
love
for
you guys.
3 hours.
Thank you so much. This is ridiculous. The Messiah. Oh my God, is it going to be the blessed are the fruit of Lloyd and her womb. Sister Kaylee, hello. Thank you, Master Lloyd. What this Sunday service can never be topped. Yeah, guys, thank you all so much. And you know what? It's coming up to the bloody 3-hour mark. What's going on? Thank you, Katie, for letting us have Lloyd. You're amazing. Bye. Oh, guys. Broom for the win. Yeah, when he says broom, he means room on the broom he watches. I love you all. This has been bye, Katie Thomas. You're such a star. Thank you so much, David M. Oh, man. Is it an ankle bracelet? No, it was matching socks with Hey Dougie. Thank you all so much for today. Like I said, this is a special one because it's Father's Day and not everyone can celebrate with their fathers. I don't have a dad, never had a dad, and it's tough. So I wanted to get some time with you all today to do something because the whole Sunday service is why we started these things. It was in the pandemic. We couldn't meet up. Times were tough. And I figured why not bring the mountain to Moses, proverbially. So thank you all so much. I can't get over the super chats. £160 in super chats. It goes so far. You don't understand. It makes these things possible because I work for Murphy's full time. This is a hobby. Kaylee is a full-time mum. It's amazing. Thank you all so much. Yeah, I'm reading your comments. Peace and love. Have a blast day. What an amazing service. Thank you so much. Put me down for 6 anything possible decks. Alex Kilpatrick, man, I will send you 1 million. I don't have 1 million, but I will. Of course, I will for all of you guys. Thank you, each and every one of you. Just have the best remainder of the day possible. Treat yourselves. Do something nice for yourself, even if it's just going for a walk and taking a nice deep breath of fresh air, or just like taking half an hour and listening to a classic album that you love, or just having that like piece of food that you know you shouldn't. But just do something nice for yourself. Thank you all so much. And I'm going to round it out here. There's no way of getting 25k. And a special thing. Okay. Thank you guys. Jane Bradshaw, my first Sunday service. Wow, great. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm sorry for the tech issues earlier on. But Lloyd and Craig for the Jokers. Alex, don't start me. But that'll happen. That'll be the thing. Now you suggested it. Incredible. All right, guys. I am going to round it off here. Thank you all so much. And have the best remainder of the day. I will see you on Tuesday for Tutorial Tuesday. And I am not created it yet. So you're going to be just as surprised as I am for whatever it is. See you guys really soon. And to answer, I like to try and answer it. BF Media Entertainment. What happened to my gaff system? I left Illusionist. And now I'm working on a new gaff deck in conjunction with somebody incredible. And you're going to love it. And it's going to be better than ever before. I love you all. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day. See you soon.